Hello, everyone, and welcome to Actual Play UK. This is an incredible collaboration between all sorts of amazing people in Actual Play over here in the United Kingdom. And we want to say a big hi to everyone watching and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Zachary Fortiscom. I am from Realms of Peril and Glory. You can check us out at realmspod.com, REALMSPOD. We'll see you there. And today we are playing a fantastic homegrown UK game called Liminal by Paul Mitchner. And this book is distributed by Modiphius, so if you want to check it out, please go do that. It's a really fun game that I've played a lot of. So without further ado, I would love to introduce the four fabulous people who are here with me today. Starting with Liv, could you all introduce yourselves and let the folks at home know where you're from?
Not first.
It's the order on the sheet.
Yeah, no, it's so fine. No, absolutely, it's not targeted at me in any way. Hi, my name's Liv Kennedy. Hi, I make videos. I make content mostly based around tabletop stuff. I'm from Dicebreaker. We have a YouTube channel and it's pretty good. And I'm also from Three Black Halflings. That's a podcast. Also pretty good. That's me.
You're really selling it. Pretty good.
Nailed it.
I think great
Nailed
is able to be levied.
Very kind of you to say. I didn't speak for itself, you know.
Yeah, very good. Fiona, please, could you have a crack?
Oh, I thought I was going to go last. Oh, well, hello. Hello, my name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the host of What Am I Rolling, which is a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast where every couple of episodes we take a system and we just run it through with different people, and always focusing on the system and doing lots of different things. I'm also the co-host of the DM's Book Club, which is a book club podcast based on sort of D&D lore, if you're into D&D lore, and then changing it and making it better for everyone. And soon to be the upcoming GM's Book Club, which is obviously a better podcast. It's about other tabletop RPGs.
Take that.
I mean,
Wow.
anyway. But
Shots
that's
fired.
me. That is
Get
me.
out there early. Let's go.
Exactly. But yeah, and I'm very happy to be here. And obviously, this is not how I normally look, but I think I'm going to just...
What?
I'm going to vibe this Jared Leto look forever now. So
Quite right too.
Fiona did log into the stream and I was like, who is this? I've never seen this person before.
Fiona, I'm never going to recognize you if I meet you in real life.
I know,
I'm going to
I
be
was
like,
like, no, it's
who is
me,
that?
look.
Oh no! The fantasy has begun.
Just take off the cat head instead, you know.
Right, I've
Excellent.
surprised both people so far, being real caught off guard that they were going next. So, who do we think I'm gonna send the gauntlet to next?
ooh, oh, who could
I'm
say?
gonna send it to Maddy.
Hello, I am Maddy. My pronouns are she, her. I am a regular on Realms of Peril and Glory, but I have not been in a liminal game as of yet. This is my first time in a liminal game, so I'm very excited because I've had major FOMO. I am also a regular on Girls Run These Worlds, along with Fiona, which stream loads of very cool TTRPGs. And I have an upcoming podcast based on solo and two-player TTRPGs called A Game of One's Own. So if you search it on Twitter, you'll be able to find it and find out when it is going to be coming out, because I don't know yet. Just keep an eye out.
No, but when it
Right.
does, go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
And
find the
then
trailer.
last but certainly not least, we are here with Pip Gladwin.
Hello, I'm Pip Gladwin, he, him pronouns. I'm also a regular on Realms of Peril and Glory. Well, lots of it, but specifically the Liminal game that we've been playing. And I will be reprising that character this evening with these lovely new faces. I'm also a voice actor. But this is a TTRPG stream, so I'm not going to talk about audio drama right now. Yeah, and I'm excited to be here.
Yay!
I use
I'm
she,
really
her pronouns. I didn't say. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't either. I am he him pronouns. I always forget to say. It's like I'm
too.
so focused. So again, thank you everyone for joining us today. It is going to be a lot of good fun today. If you're wondering a little bit about the setting that we're playing in, it's a setting called Liminal London that we heavily inspired by the system Liminal. I can't wholesale claim it, but but we use it a lot on Realms of Peril and Glory. We've done 2 seasons set in this setting that are already out. One featuring the marvelous guest Shamini Bundell, who you will know from RP Geeks and will be on Actual Play UK soon.
Woo.
And also we have one coming up with special guest Grant Howitt. That's
Also
coming out in the
woo.
next few weeks.
Amazing.
He's such an amazing player, and he plays a great character that you will not want to miss. So if you want to hear, if you enjoyed the setting today, maybe go check it out on realmspod.com and enjoy it. So anyways, I will skip right on to the next portion of our stream today, which I want to know a little bit about the players that are here today and get to know you. So seeing as we're playing a London-based game, I thought, why not ask the players a little bit about what their favorite places are in London. So I'm going to take another person by surprise today, and I'm
ready
going to
this
go
time.
for Pip.
Oh. I've lived in London my whole life, and I found this really difficult to think of my favorite place. And I'd love to say it was because I have so many, but this city is a nightmare. But I love it. I love it. I am going to say, so roughly opposite Waterloo Tube Station, just underneath one of the railway bridges, is a fish and chip shop. And has been there for a very, very, very long time. The secondary school that I went to was just around the corner from there, and I have wonderful childhood memories of finishing a day at school and going to get the bus home and kind of taking a detour via this particular fish and chip shop. And they always had like glass bottles of Coke in the fridge, like on a summer's day,
The best
frosty bottle of, like a fucking advert for Coca-Cola.
It's fine. We've already promoted McDonald's enough.
So
in this
much,
show.
and we will again. That's where my brain went. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that fish and chip shop was then called and still is the Fishkotek.
Ooh, that's so. Oh my god.
And the logo is a cartoon fish and a disco ball. So like, what more do you
That's
need?
Very cool.
amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Next
That's
level.
really, really good. Okay, well, I'm actually gonna go next because
Nice.
I want to surprise everyone
Oh.
by going next.
You did it. Oh my god.
I love London actually a lot. And you wouldn't necessarily know it from this show that I make that is quite quite nitpicky of London, but actually I really do love living here. I think it's a fabulous place in a lot of ways. And one of the places that I fell in love with London early on before I moved here was just outside of the BFI, which is the British Film Institute. It's on the south bank of the River Thames. And outside of the bar, you can basically you can leave the cinema, go to a little bar, and then there's a used book stall that operates there most days.
Yes.
Oh.
And one of the most beautiful, lovely times I've ever had in London is just with a drink in hand, browsing that used bookshop
Nice.
on like a lovely summer's day under a bridge. After just coming out of the cinema. It's amazing. It's lovely. I love it.
Very cute.
Very cool.
That's
Wholesome.
fine.
I just said it was wholesome.
It is
Yeah.
wholesome.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
wholesome. Fiona, could you go next?
Yes. Thankfully, my choice had not disappeared. That was my worry. Is that if I didn't go first,
Yeah.
it would be gone. So I recently, last year, moved to the Isle of Dogs. And of course, that is just across the water from what is my favourite place, which is the Naval College in Greenwich. Because
love
every
it.
time I put on Netflix, I'm like, that's the Naval College. That's the Naval College.
Every
That's the
show.
Naval. Gotham, Queen Charlotte recently.
Ah.
And I quite like just walking along there. Not when it's tourist season, obviously, but it's one of my favourite places. And they've got a really nice ice cream shop that my flatmate introduced me to, which is called Dark Sugars, which is all these different chocolates, like a blood orange infused chocolates and all that sort of thing. And so very delicious. I would recommend. So there you go.
That's
Cute.
really lovely. I like that. The only thing that I know was done in the Naval College is Thor: The Dark World. It's like
Yeah, but we don't talk about Thor.
we don't talk about Thor: The Dark World.
Or the what world?
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
Maddie, do you want to go next?
Yes. So I have only lived properly in London for 1 year when I was studying at Goldsmiths. I now currently live outside of London, and so one place that I really enjoyed going to when I was at Goldsmiths was the Horniman Museum, because it just has a bunch of the weirdest shit you've ever seen. And because I was studying radio, I did a little like mini documentary about the monkey fish, like this weird sort of shriveled monkey head on a fish body.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, it was just it just tickled my love for weird bizarreness.
Excellent.
I actually live relatively close to the Horniman Museum, and I've never been, and I've been meaning to go.
Recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
I will.
go now.
They've apparently got Lego dinosaurs there right now, and I'm really excited about that.
To buy or to just
No,
witness
just
or-
on display.
Yeah, like just roaming around, fully alive somehow.
Clever
Yeah.
girl.
Liv, could you round us out?
Shit, I'll give it a go. I was very torn because I was like, what if I just say I love being on top of Big Ben? And I was like, that's not funny. So but I'm going to be genuine. And I love Camden. Camden is just wonderful. It like you find something new and exciting every time you go there. And one of my favorite memories from like living in London, because I went to like just outside of London for university, is when I went with some friends to Camden and we just had some nice snacks and we just roamed around, and it was just a really nice time, and it's a fond memory for me. So yeah, highly recommend Camden. They have a lot of like TikTok viral stuff, like in terms of like food. Have a look at like Camden on like TikTok and you'll find stuff, and you should go have some stuff. It's good.
That sounds lovely. Everyone go to Camden. That's where Declan lives. That's where the character Declan lives, and we often play the game of like, is it Halloween or is it Declan Buchanan with his horns out?
Obviously, I knew that, and that's why I said Camden. It was all
It's all
it was
connected.
planned out.
Yes.
Yes.
Synergy.
Yeah.
We're all here for the corporate synergy, by the way. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about all I've got before the game begins. So why don't we hop into all that stuff? I'm used to like
Let's do it.
editing happening at this point and having fancy sound effects.
Yeah, we'll
where
do
I'm
a cool,
like,
cool transition. Everybody transition. There we go.
Okay, very serious. It's a serious game.
All right. Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, somebody said sorry really quietly. It made me laugh.
That was me. It was me. I'm just trying to sabotage this thing.
I'm so sorry, Zack. If you're ever wondering what Realms of Peril and Glory sounds like before we've edited it, this is it. Welcome to London, the bustling capital of the UK. Iconic landmarks dot the city, from the hulking silhouette of the Houses of Parliament to the sweeping opulence of Tower Bridge. But the London you see before you is just one side of this city. If you look a little harder and peer down that forgotten alleyway, you might see a door. And if you can look past the glamour as it opens, you might catch a glimpse of what's inside. You would see the figures of werewolves, vampires, and fae. And for a moment you could see the truth that the London you know is just a facade obscuring here, liminal London. Welcome to the city. We are going to travel first over to the luscious gardens of Hyde Park and over the sweeping architecture of Kensington Palace, and finally down a gorgeous, opulent street to a gallery. Maddy, could you please tell me a little bit about the space that we find ourselves in?
So the gallery is called Purple, but everything in it is entirely white.
Good.
There is no purple to be seen whatsoever.
Oh,
It is the
man.
most sterile blank space, apart from the weirdest, most unbelievable pieces of artwork on the walls. Sometimes not on the walls, sometimes on little podiums, sometimes just kind of thrown in a corner. You know the story about the student eating the banana that was taped to the wall? That's the kind of thing that you find in here. There's often men in black polo necks just kind of wandering around, just sort of gazing at things pensively, and then going off to a back room to give vast thousands and thousands of pounds for something that someone cooked up in half an hour.
You see one of the men in a polo shirt stood very taut, kind of staring quite intently at the exit sign, and just kind of says, "You know, it's a fabulous piece of work."
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Yes. Goodness. It really speaks about the state the society is in, that we're ready to exit, global warming and other things.
Absolutely. Society could collapse at any moment, darling. It's absolutely true.
Oh, how much?
Well, why don't we step into the back room to discuss such things? It's rather vulgar to discuss it in the open, don't you think, darling?
I suppose you're right. You step into the back room with this individual. How much money are you going to extract from this person?
Extract.
I'm going to suggest a paltry sum of £50,000 for this exit sign that was clearly intentionally installed here as a work of art.
We're gonna do the first roll of the game.
Yay!
First roll.
That's what I love the game.
Tell me what you want to roll for that. I haven't got my list of the skills.
I'd like to roll the art skill, please.
tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, roll me art.
Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, 9 is a success, and I think considering how easy a mark this person is, I think not only do they give you £50,000,
God.
they tip you an additional 10.
Wow.
Pounds.
I will, yes. Obviously, Maddy is shocked by that, but Jocasta takes it all as completely de rigueur.
Of course. Thank you so much. Can I have it delivered?
Oh, of course, it all comes as part of the package, darling. Do you think I would not give the best customer service possible?
Naturally. Well, peepity bye. And no, that was designed for that reaction.
Oh no.
And this person kind of flounces out, and as they flounce out, yeah, this is the universal sign for flouncing.
I'm enjoying the transition from an audio medium to a visual one. Where we
Yeah.
get to
It's
see
great.
the
Everyone can
gestures.
see the
I'm
little
great.
things that I do.
I love it.
You love to see it.
As they flounce out of the gallery, out of Purple, you do see for a second the glamour that they're wearing kind of drops, and you see that this is in fact like this minuscule person fluttering on tiny wings, and with proportions that are all kind of out of whack, massive eyes, a tiny mouth, and a little dainty nose. You would obviously recognize this as one of the high priority clientele of one of the Queen of Hyde Park's courtiers. You've done well.
Thank you.
What is the name of your assistant?
My assistant is called Melanie.
Melanie.
And yeah, she is she's a work in progress.
Damning.
Good.
Damning.
She started coming in like Jack Wills, which is like
Big no-no.
yeah, it's like kind of getting there but not quite. So I've upgraded her to like Hobbs and Phase 8. That's just like slightly like not the most expensive, but just like slightly more
A bit
upmarket.
better.
Yeah.
Darling, you must look after yourself. Melanie comes up to you and says, Hello. And she kind of speaks with this accent where, like, you can tell she's putting on the kind of elevated upper class accent. Should I take down? Should I take down the
Feels so good.
exit sign?
Yes, please, darling. Could you wrap it up in our finest, most luxurious bubble wrap that you can possibly find?
Of course, yes. And she kind of like, she kind of claps her hands in that way that, you know, posh people do in movies. And like a maintenance person kind of gets up on a ladder and starts unscrewing the the exit sign that's mandated to be there by law.
Sweetie, darling, you don't need to enunciate so hard. A lot of people of the upper class, we swallow our words somewhat, so you can relax a little. It's got to be so that you're just slightly straining to understand what someone is saying.
Talk quietly.
No. You swallow the words. It's just you kind of roll them all together, sort of like this.
I do. I like it.
Okay, perhaps not in front of the clients today, but perhaps practice at home, and then we
Yes.
can
Yes.
workshop it later.
Okay, you've got a letter, by the way. And she hands you this gorgeous, fine envelope, high, what's the word? GSM? High weight paper. That is, it feels gorgeous to the touch, and your name is inscribed in curly letters on the front. It's clearly not been posted. Someone has hand delivered this.
Excellent. I will open it.
You have the site, right?
Yes, I do.
So you would be able to see that this letter does have some form of enchantment on it. Possibly create some effect. But anyways, Melanie kind of whisks herself away into the back to practice her accent as you open the letter. And as you open the letter, you suddenly feel this sting of pain on your wrist. And it hurts quite substantially.
Oh dear. Is there any mark on my...
Yeah, you look down, and producer John, could we throw up that lovely little graphic?
Yes.
You see
very
a
cool.
rune
Production
has
quality.
appeared on your wrist. It is this glowing blue mark. And it stings. It doesn't hurt really, not yet, anyways. But it stings. Like you've got a tattoo like 2 weeks ago. I say as a person who has never had a tattoo.
Yeah.
But I assume that's accurate. And as you open the letter, it reads, "Oh God, I'm quite mean. A nasty secret for a nasty woman. The truth of your parentage is a secret best kept hidden from those that dwell in the palace." And that's it. And it's signed, most tellingly by you, with this curly letter V.
All
Do
right.
you feel like you know the V that this might be alluding to?
Oh, very possibly. Yes, very possibly.
Yes. We need not go into that at this moment. But as all of that happens, what is your reaction?
I think Jocasta will try and put on as blank expression as possible, just sort of the work smile that she is so practiced at, and just say to the man who is getting the exit sign down from the ceiling, "Be quick about it. We've got another client coming in 2 minutes." And
Right.
and then I'll go and grab some kind of coffee with like 500 ingredients in it.
At least 5 shots. Yeah.
At least. Amazing. As you grab your coffee, we're going to move over to Whitehall. Whitehall, for many of those in London, liminal London, they would know Whitehall as the home of a society known as the Sanguine Society. These are the vampires allowed to exist within the walls of liminal London. It is daytime and light is streaming in through the windows. Eugene, could you tell me a little bit about the space that we find you in, your bedroom, shall we say, in this place?
Absolutely. So, I think the first thing that hits many people is the smell. So not many people come in. It is certainly a very small, almost like, one would term it as a broom closet, but other people would term it as a one-room flat with many perks. That's how Eugene sees it.
I think that's how most of London sees it.
Yeah, exactly. London.
Awkward,
also.
yeah.
Sounds about right.
It is like tiny. It's got a nice view out onto the courtyard, which is his favourite sort of look. But most of the time, there is a seat and sort of detritus and rubbish, lots of Metro newspapers and London Evening Standards, sort of balled up and put up, and sort of almost like one would say like, oh, it looks like a detective thing. It's not. Eugene would say it's like wallpaper or like things that he likes. Maybe a gala that happened with some of the pretty people on there, and it is definitely cramped and stuff, but it is clearly well lived in. And if you were to open it, probably Eugene would just be sat there on a stool.
Well, as it happens, someone does open the door. The door kind of creaks open, and you see the tall, thin frame of another mortal who works within the walls of the Sanguine Society. This is Angus. For lack of a better word, your boss. The most superior human who works within the Sanguine Society. And you can tell that he is pale because he doesn't see that much sun. But you see that actually a decent amount of it's painted on. You see that he's covering up like a weird like tan that he might have got by like laying out in the courtyard. And he feels really embarrassed by it. Like, I'm just going to give you that for free. I think that's funny. But he kind of has his back really straight, and he kind of looks at you, kind of almost looks at you in a very disgusted manner and just says, "Master has said you are to clean out the feeding chambers again."
Right. Yeah. I'll get my bucket, and I'll be like now. I've not had a job in a bit, so I'm ready.
Immediately.
Oh, great. Maybe this will help. Yeah, sure. And I'll start picking up bits of newspaper and putting it into my long duster, essentially, for the road, And I'll be like, oh, wait. And I'll make sure I go and grab a little sweetie packet, and I'm like, yeah, all right, got my snacks. You doing all right, boss? How was your trip outside?
Fine.
Oh.
Satisfactory indeed. Get to work.
Yeah. All right. And then I will do that.
Okay, you head down to the what's known as the feeding chamber, for the Sanguine Society. You know that no one dies.
No.
In the Sanguine Society.
No.
No one brought here perishes. They might lose some liquid along the way.
happens to everyone.
But it's fine.
I have no problem with it, miss.
But you do find that whoever fed in here last
Oh.
has left it in a bit of a state.
I should have put that sign on the door saying leave it as you would expect it to, when you I'll do that. I'll put a note. Get
Like
out.
you do look at it and you think like I'm sure no one has died here.
Yeah.
But also, how have they not?
I look up and go, God,
It's on the ceiling.
oh, I need a ladder for that. Oh, I need, and I'll get my broom and poke up at some of the stuff that dislodge it as it floats on the floor.
As it dislodges, you see that there is you've disturbed a nest of like bugs of like some pill bugs that have gone in, and they kind of scamper everywhere.
No, and I'll go and try and pick them up to put them in my little sweetie bag. Like, no. 1.
You-
2.
Can you please roll me? I'm gonna say, oh goodness, athletics to see how many. pill bugs-
Athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
You crush the bugs.
Was there something you'd rather roll?
No.
To pick up bugs?
Okay, so that is 7 total.
Oh, you get one measly little pill bug. The rest either get away from you or you crush them.
I go, oh, well, in for a penny.
Can I mention that Fiona before the stream was like, I'm gonna do something with bugs? And we were like, oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah.
This is the something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. What happens when you eat the bugs? Is it nothing? Nothing. You just like it. Cool. I wasn't sure.
Nutrition, Zach.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what happens.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta feed in the feeding room.
Exactly.
You know? Could I get a little roll from you? I'll let you choose what you want to roll. Just to tidy up the place. See how well you
Right.
do.
Okay. That's a good question. I would say it would probably be awareness.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I want to make sure this place is spick and span.
Aware of all the different little nooks and crannies.
Exactly.
I think that makes sense.
That is a 10 total.
Oh, okay. So you do quite well at this, actually. So you hit pretty much every corner of this place, and by the time that Angus comes back in, ready to inspect the place, it's looking pretty spick and span. The only thing that's messy in here is you.
Yeah.
And so, well done.
Yeah, I sort of bow to Angus. Like, yeah, I used a new polish on the floor with my spits. I just really gets in all the good creases.
Very well. All right. Well, you've received some post.
Okay, great. Oh,
And he hands you a letter with this thick paper, gorgeously embossed, and your name in a curly script.
it's a rare treat. And I eat it.
So this one hurts sufficiently more.
No. It's really good.
Hang on, I need a hot second.
It's really
It's good. It's really good.
Do you gain the letter's knowledge by eating it?
Let's find out. You unfortunately spit out the letter as you feel a sharp and aggressive pain on your wrist. It takes you by surprise, and again you see that bright, shining blue rune appear on your wrist. And you see Angus kind of looks at you and is like, "Oh, clean yourself up, man! Good God!" and storms out the room.
I get the bits of paper and squish them together to make what it said. I was like, oh, who would send me hate mail? Not a tasty treat.
So, covered in like thick globules of, I'm guessing gray-colored saliva.
Oh, 100%.
Sorry, this is really gross, but also like
Love it,
I feel
love
like
it.
that's
It's
the
fantastic
character.
content. What are you talking
All
about?
in.
I'm hooked.
I'm sorry. Thick globules of gray saliva. You see that in that same curly font it says, "Such gorgeous possessions, artifacts of bygone eras that you pilfer for your rotten gain. Best hope Master Quince doesn't catch wind."
Bugger.
And this again is signed with a curly V.
I look around through the room, and then I'll slowly eat the paper again so no one sees the evidence.
This one hurts substantially less.
But there's definitely a lot of fear at this painful male.
Just this
gotta hate
strange man in a room alone eating a letter.
Crying.
A room that was previously just covered in
covered in
blood.
Spotless.
Amazing, amazing, truly.
Well done, everyone. Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah,
on
that's it.
Actual
That's
Play
the stream
UK.
over.
Yep. I can't follow that up, so yeah, I'll be the
Yeah, so
yes, you can.
anyways,
I'm also out. Yep, 100%.
as we move away from the Sanguine Society, Liv, I'm not actually sure where Isolde lives. Where in London do you think Isolde lives, and what kind of residence are they in?
I feel like Isolde has curried favor with a lot of people in higher places. And so I think that she's currently, I think she bounces between places and stays with friends. Whether they are genuine friends or she's kind of charmed them with her wiles, it remains to be seen. But I think she's in like a fairly plush flat in Soho at the moment.
Oh, that is a
Very nice.
dream, isn't it? How many bedrooms does it have?
Oh, at least like four.
Oh
it's
my
high.
word.
It's high up. You can see the whole. You can see a lot of stuff.
If you're not watching this in the UK and you're wondering why all of us are like, "Oh my God, 4 bedrooms in Soho!" Oh,
Can I
Two
go back to
bathrooms.
Can I go back to the start of the episode and just say that my favorite place in London is this flat you're describing?
Yeah.
this mystical flat in Soho with
love it.
4 bedrooms and
Very
2
tall
bathrooms.
windows. Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Oh my God! Oh, so good. And what do we find you doing today? I would say we're probably approaching the beginning of dusk at this stage of the day.
Okay. Which is great for Isolde, because she's not a huge fan of sunlight. So I think that she is her door, the bedroom door is open now. She's able to like let a little bit of like twilight in, which is like something that she
Twilight.
the
Boo.
something that she loves to see, because she doesn't get much sunlight. Once again, not a big fan. But I think that at the moment she's like sat on a kind of like a little buffet, as somebody, as a friend of hers, I guess, like is doing her makeup. And she's got, her hair is like long and curly and dark and flowing down her back. She's like wearing like kind of semi-gothic style of clothing, like a long white shirt, but then it's got like a black corset over the top of it, and then like a kind of Victorian like steampunk long tail coat as well, with like splashes of like black and red, and like tight-fitting trousers with like thigh-high boots. But the person who's doing her makeup, I think like a middle-aged woman, I would say, like is finishing off her lipstick, which is a blood red, and it's always a blood red. And she's a beautiful mixed-race woman, and she goes to look into the grand mirror across from her and sees nothing.
Well, maybe a gorgeous dress. Or
Maybe,
a
well,
gorgeous
yes,
outfit.
yeah. The gorgeous outfit, yes, of course. If that's allowed, great. No, she loves that.
I'd like to see your cool clothes.
Oh my god, thank you. Yay. Yeah.
What is the name of this? Is it middle-aged woman you said who was doing your makeup?
This is Beatrice.
Beatrice.
This is Beatrice. She's a friend that Isolde made maybe like a couple of weeks ago. She's been kind of like hanging out with her since, because Beatrice loves to have Isolde around. Like, you know, why wouldn't she? She's like so much fun. Like, she's honestly better than all of her friends and family combined. You know, I don't know.
Darling, you look divine.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, I assume I do, but you wouldn't lie to me, Beatrice, would you?
Never.
Of course.
I couldn't.
And she'll kind of like run a finger along her chin, and smile at her winningly. But thank you so much for taking care of that for me. You are very good with makeup.
Have you any exciting plans for the evening?
Oh, you know, I think I'll hit the town, see what I can find this time. That is something I do love about London. You find something new every day, or every night.
Easy to find such fabulous deliciousness.
You have no idea.
By the way, you received a letter while the sun was up.
Oh. And she's kind of confused because she's like, who knows I'm here? She's like,
And you see on the kind of this just immaculate marble countertop, there is cushioned that thick letter stock.
Mhm.
And could I get you to roll me, I'm gonna say, what am I gonna say here?
What's she gonna say?
I'm gonna say awareness.
Okay. She's got some awareness. Okay, that's good. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. The pit of your stomach just drops out.
Yeah.
As you recognize the script on this letter belongs to someone you thought long, long dead. Your sire, Vincent.
She, for a second, goes to reach for it and then hesitates and clenches her fist and then says, Beatrice, be a dear. Would you read that for me?
Yes, of course. Let me open this for you. And she opens the letter,
Mhm.
and your wrist burns as you feel that rune burn itself into your skin in a very painful way.
She doubles over a little bit.
It's a bit vague.
Mhm.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Please do.
It says, it must be a blessed life subsisting on the sound of my name upon your lips. Be mindful of your next move, as that power may soon turn against you. Bring me the detective, and give him this. And then there's an envelope with, it says Declan Buchanan on it.
Shit. She'll take the letter.
In this moment, would you like to reach out to any of your, I'll say the word conspirators?
Yeah, for sure. I think Jocasta and Eugene are paramount in her mind at the moment. Also reaching out to Declan, of course, but I think she would reach out to Jocasta and Eugene first.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a group chat? Is it a group call? Or is it a meeting?
I mean, here's my question. Can she be seen on cameras?
Yes. I will say yes,
Okay.
because there is a trait in the book called forgettable. that allows you not to be seen on cameras.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Okay.
unless you take that, I'm going to say yes.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, no, I think just for the sake of ease, she'll like take out her phone and start a little group FaceTime. And she'll be like, and she'll remember that she can see herself on her phone. She'll be like, oh, okay. Oh, good job, Beatrice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And wherever you find yourselves, Jocasta and Eugene, your phones light up with Isolde's name.
Yes, Jocasta will pick up. She is in her lavish office, just filled with plants, so impractically that she has to kind of reach around them to get to the computer, and picks up her phone and looks. Oh, Isolde, it's lovely to see you. It's been so long, darling.
Yeah, too long. Absolutely. Wonderful to see you as well. Is Eugene also on the call?
It takes a few seconds.
God,
Eugene-
why?
Yeah.
Do we want to know?
No, Eugene can't find his phone. It's somewhere in the. But basically, when it turns up, it is very much like close.
Oh,
Sorry. I was. Hello.
Pleasure as always.
You look
Eugene?
nice.
Thank you. I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Jocasta. Oh, I don't need to wait. You told me about that last time.
No,
yes,
we can
yes.
see you.
It's all good. Yes, you're looking like I want to say you look fragrant. I can't smell you, but I can just tell.
Oh, you're always one for compliments.
I know, aren't I?
Yeah. Perchance, friends, did you receive a little something in the mail?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a letter that bit me back.
Yes,
That would suggest that you bid it. You also bid it?
Yeah. Letter. Eugene realizes that letters aren't necessarily for eating for everyone. So, I should have. Right, weren't supposed to eat the letter. Okay.
You do you, but yeah. Jocasta?
Yes, it contained a reference to my true parentage, which is somewhat tricksy because, as you know, I'm not entirely sure what my true parentage is, apart from the fact that they are Fae, presumably in the court of the Queen of Hyde Park. That is all that I know.
Okay. Was there some kind of dirt on your, not physical dirt, Eugene, but like, like, like
Yeah. Yes.
you know.
Someone's discovered I've been flogging the master's stuff on eBay.
Okay, enterprising. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, why does he have so many shoes? You tell me. But they go
You've
very
read many.
right, and they sell a lot. Apparently, if you put your foot next to a shoe, it sells like that. It's brilliant.
Eugene, darling, I could have got you a contact at Christie's. You could have contacted me, darling.
Oh well, I don't want to. Just me and Christy go way back, and it's not very nice what happened. And I did say sorry about the department store. But
Yeah.
what about you, Isolde? What was yours?
Yeah. I may sometimes when you say Vincent's name to certain groups, it gets you far. So I've kind of been I've been using his name to kind of make my way recently, because I figure, why not let people think that he is still alive and that I'm under his protection, he knows it's not the case. Yeah.
Is that how you got your nice house in Soho?
Oh, well, I mean, I mean, Beatrice doesn't know about Vincent, so that was just kind of like, the old charm. So
Oh, very lovely.
yeah.
Oh, nice,
I mean,
nice. I've tried. After I heard you did that, I did try to say
Yeah.
Vincent around some bins, and nothing happened.
nothing happened.
No.
We when we're in like the appropriate scenario, I'll
Right.
like kind of like prompt you, and then we'll
I can-
see.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, well, okay.
Yeah, well, you can give it a go, and then I'll just kind of like coach you a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
But not now.
Not now.
Okay.
You can say it to me if you want to. It won't make that much of a difference.
I feel I've treaded on some boundaries already in this conversation.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll let you know.
This is a safe space, darling.
Mhm. Yeah, for now, anyway, until whatever happens. But I think we have to reach out to Declan
Why?
because the letter told me I had to reach out to Declan. Basically, it had like a letter for Declan that we have to give to him. So
Okay.
Interesting. Why go via you? Why not just send the letter to Declan directly?
Yeah.
maybe they want us all together.
Perhaps.
I mean, of course, you are not obligated to come with me. I know this is a difficult situation.
No, I'd love a night out. It's been so long since I've seen you guys, and the last couple of times where I tried to have like a flat warming at mine, you said you were busy and.
No, yeah, I was at that time. I was doing the thing I said. Yeah. I was.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times. So I tried to because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was such a shame because it would be really nice to obviously to hang out, and obviously
look,
every time I want to do
I point
that.
the phone around the room. I've done it up well nice.
Is
wow.
this your room covered in newspaper?
So eclectic, darling. You've done an
Yeah.
excellent job.
Yeah.
I mean, Jocasta, you have an eye for art, don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
this is something,
Yes.
right?
I mean, I'm getting a real Tracy Emin sort of vibe from this.
yes.
Yeah.
Look, I like this one. And points to look, coronation. There's me. No, I'm not there.
Yeah.
But
No, for
yeah,
sure.
I can beat you guys now if you want. I just need to clock off a little bit early, but I can come. If it's a now thing, is it a now? Oh, is it? It's not a now thing.
It could be a now thing. I think it should be as soon as possible thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm happy to come along. Melanie can run the gallery while I'm gone. I'm sure she will manage as long as she doesn't speak to anyone. It'll be fine.
She's still doing the hello, that kind of.
Yeah, yes, I might splash out for a dialect coach for her. Make things
kind of
simpler.
you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the investment you're putting in, Melanie.
She has something. She has a certain something. I'm not quite sure what it is,
Yeah.
but something.
The heir to the empire.
The heir to the empire truly is Melanie.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. What's the next move? What are we doing?
Heading to see Declan?
Heading to see
Yeah,
Declan? Is that the
me too.
vibe? Yep.
Let's do it.
So, you would all know, you would have kept up with things as much as you could while the city has been moving around you, has been moving forward, and you heard that the young P Division detective who was there that fateful night has since been cursed by the one Queen of Hyde Park and has left P Division, or for those uninitiated, the police who roam the streets of Liminal London. And he now has set himself up with a quaint little office all the way up in Camden. And as you hit the loud and garish buzzer to the next to it says Declan Buchanan, private investigator. The voice of a young woman comes over the intercom. Says, "Hello, Declan Buchanan, private investigators. How can I help?"
I'll look at Jocasta.
Hello, darling. Yes, we're here to see Mr. Buchanan about some very important business about a past indiscretion.
Ah, okay, well, do you have an appointment?
I'm afraid not, but we're very, very old friends.
Could I take a name?
Jocasta Reynard.
Jocasta. Okay. Well, if you'd like to come up, and she hits the buzzer and allows you in.
Great. Okay.
As we all hop upstairs, Declan, what are you up to in the back office this evening?
Well, I think Declan was, before that buzzer went, just poring over some photos from a recent surveillance job that he's done. We'll paper over it, but it's a sort of it's a pixie affair. And he was approached by a spouse to spy on their significant other. And he has some pretty damning pixie evidence right here. So he's sort of sorting
You're in
through
a tiny
these,
little hotel room.
sorting through these. Yeah, it's just a
house.
doll's house. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. He's sort of sorting through these photographs, and I think it's a pretty modest office, but it is at the very least tidy. It looks well kept. The desk is new. There is an ashtray on the desk, and there's like a cigarette in it. Yeah, he's kind of poring over these pictures. The buzzer goes, pays a little bit of attention to that, but when he hears the name Jocasta, I think there is a lot of gesturing of like, no, absolutely not.
Yes, I'll just come in.
Valid.
And as she's saying, come
She's
in.
buzzing them in,
And you're just like, no! I'm sorry. I didn't know.
we didn't know what.
I wasn't meant to let them in.
Well, why? What? Okay, so if you ask for somebody's name, right, will you just take the name and then let them up, or you know,
It's a business. You're meant to let them in the door.
But you gotta go through me, okay? I'm here. If you're here on your own, I suppose you can let in whoever you like, but I wouldn't advise it. But
I just thought
look,
it'd be helpful. I didn't want to bother you. You look busy. And I was meant to look over those photos, you know.
well, you can, but fuck. And he stands up and just sort of starts like straightening himself out, and you know, Declan is God, I can't remember what we said, Zack.
You know
at
what?
this
Say
point.
whatever you want.
No, I'm
Ooh,
gonna. No,
whoa.
yeah. Declan is in his mid to late 30s at this point.
Oh, the number. You're like
yeah.
35?
35, 36. He is quite smartly dressed, casually but smartly dressed, like white shirt rolled up to the sleeves, black trousers. There is a sort of brown leather jacket hung over the back of his chair. He's tall, he's probably about 5'8", 5'9". Slim, but like in a healthy. This is a guy who like gets to the gym once, maybe twice a week.
Wow.
And this, anyone who's listened to the regular podcast, this is the complete opposite of
This
this
is
guy.
He's
blowing
the
my mind
saddest
right
man
now.
alive.
He looks healthy, is what I'm saying. Not particularly handsome, but not unattractive either. And sort of mid-length, like sandy, dirty blonde hair,
Amazing.
green eyes.
The rest of you all approach this, one of those typical PI glass doors with the frosted glass and the name of the private investigator on the door. Would you all like to head in as you hear like light arguments between Declan and whoever this person at the desk is?
I'll say to the others, just like, do you ever wonder why they never change their style? Just like do something different, bit derivative, you know?
I think it's a classic for a reason, and Jocasta pulls out a cigarette holder from her bag. She's wearing like a bright red suit, a skirt suit with like emphasizing her hourglass figure, and she's got a very large brimmed red hat on.
Eugene's like, oh, I didn't get the memo about dressing up. Because obviously Isolde looks incredible, and now Jocasta, I could stay out of the room if that's. I know it's a bit.
No,
awkward.
hon, you're fine. No.
Oh,
don't
okay.
be-
Great.
Yeah, you're a part of this, for better or for worse. So.
Yeah, it's your family, darling.
Oh, great. And I open the door.
Okay, yeah.
And as you open the door, the woman at the desk at the front, just mid-argument with Declan about the photographs or something like that, just looks at you and goes, "Ah!"
Ah!
No, it's
Did you say pixie affair? Was that
It's
something I heard?
confidential.
Right, sorry. Yeah.
Maria. It's fine. Look, give us a minute. Put the kettle on. I'm sorry. If you could, please.
I thought I was going to be taking on more cases.
Please. Not this one. It's not even a case. These 3 people, and I like turn and look very pointedly at all 3 of you, should not even fucking be here. Okay, so please, kettle. If you, I'm sorry, please.
Fine.
Thank you.
Tea.
Oh, there's a question. Yeah.
Do you have anything herbal?
I've got water.
That's not-
That'll do just fine, darling.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have any woodlouse?
I'm gonna make some tea.
Okay.
Mhm.
And she walks into the
Sure.
adjoining
always have to
kitchen
check.
and starts boiling the
Yeah,
kettle.
may as well ask. Don't ask, you don't get, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Declan, good to see you.
Isolde, it's lovely to see you. It's quite strange to see all of you, really, because wasn't that kind of the point that we don't talk about what happened or see each other ever again? So the fact that the 3 of you are standing in my fucking office it's a little bit clue me in, because I'm at a loss. Please pull up a chair, and he sits down at the desk and shakily lights a cigarette.
Well, I mean, the idea that you think we wouldn't do this if it wasn't important is a little offensive, just because, sometimes we do get together and hang out, but yeah, no, that's beside the point. Don't worry about that. I have mail delivery, and then I'll slam it down in front of him. Boosh.
Don't eat it.
Yeah, thanks, Eugene. I wasn't planning to, but
Just
okay,
it's a thing. Okay.
Zack, with the site, am I getting any vibes off this?
Yeah,
letter?
bad vibes. Real bad vibes.
Cool.
Awful vibes all over.
The vibes are
Um,
rancid.
The vibes are horrific.
I look at the I look at the letter. I look back up at these 3. I'm not gonna touch that.
Oh yes,
that's
we
a
have to warn
yeah.
you that a little thing such as this might happen,
Yeah,
and I
look,
show my wrist. with the-
Tattoo. Unnecessary.
Mhm.
Yes, it's all
Does that-
rather.
Unless you want to join the club,
Does that ring
Matching
a
tattoos.
bell, Zack?
I'll let you roll lore for
Make
it.
a lore roll?
I want a high ass check. I need at
Well-
least a 12.
If there's one thing you can say about me, Zack, it's the height of my ass is. Let's find out. My ass is a 10.
Yeah. It's pretty high ass.
What I'll give you with a 10 is it rings a vague bell. Something in the back of your brain from P Division days. But nothing specific.
Okay, so what? You all got a letter, you opened it, or perhaps ate it, and this rune appeared on your arm.
Mhm. Well, I didn't open it. Someone else did, but the rune still attached itself to my skin. So
Oh, fascinating.
Oh no, we lost Declan.
He did not want to do this case.
No,
He was like,
absolutely not.
fuck this.
Fuck
I'm
this shit.
out.
I am out. I will turn to Eugene. I'll say,
Yeah.
So, what was the thinking behind like eating it? Was it just to get rid of it? You were like, I know what this is. I'm going to destroy it in my mouth.
No, you know what? With a bit more thought and Captain Hindsight, I might have thought about it. But no, paper is one of the 5 food groups, and it's
Please regale me with the other food groups, please.
absolutely.
I would love to know that.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
So, pill bugs,
Yeah.
bin juice,
Bin juice.
Yeah.
gr-
Okay.
a delicacy, socks, And if you can get it,
Yeah.
little Lego pieces for the texture.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I would love to cook for you guys sometimes.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. Big pan. Wok.
Yeah.
Well,
Whack it all in.
dreadfully sorry. I've just gone on this beast of a diet. It's so restrictive. It's such a shame, darling. I'm so sorry.
I understand. It's not for everyone. I have
I'm
my own.
mainly on a liquid diet, as you might assume. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have I do my own salad dressing as well.
Was it with the bin juice?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Right.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, I
That's a
keep
lot to
talking
take
about
in.
all the gruesome stuff I do, but maybe Jocasta, how's the art gallery going?
Yeah. How is that?
It's going well, thank you. There was a gentleman who came in and saw art where there wasn't
Oh,
today.
excellent. That's kind.
Oh.
And I made a rather tidy profit. But I am going to have to get the building back up to code very quickly.
Sure.
Anyways,
Yeah.
after Declan took a brief loo break, and you all caught up with each other about
Interesting.
your
Had a little
various
chat.
days and your diets, Declan returns.
Good.
Oh, hey, Declan.
Sorry about that.
the
IBS.
piss.
So,
Yeah, we heard. It's fine. Don't worry about.
right.
That's why I'm doing the diet.
So this letter, you all opened the letters, ate the letters, got
Yeah.
runes on your arms, and now you've brought one to me, and you'd like me to get a rune on my arm as well. Is that about the size of it?
The
Well, we
purpose
wouldn't-
is not to, Jocasta, please. You know.
Yeah. We wouldn't like for you to get a rune on your arm, but
Yeah.
we realised that you were involved in this somehow, and we wouldn't want to just barrel on ahead without informing you, as you might be affected in some way by what is going on.
Yeah, each of the letters had it had stuff on us from before, so it must have something on you.
Aye, all right. And I'll look at the I guess descending order of threat. I'll look at
What's the order?
I'll look at Eugene,
Oh,
and then
makes sense.
Jocasta,
Yeah.
and then Isolde.
It's what you think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. You know, I didn't have anything else to do today. I'm not busy. Fine.
Okay.
And
Off the
I
clock.
will reach out and open the letter.
You open the letter and brace for pain, and then none arrives. And instead, what you hear is from the kitchen a clank of the kettle and of cutlery dropping to the ground, and you hear Maria scream, "Ah! Oh!
I jump
What
up
is
out-
going
out-
on?"
Jump about the chair and rush to the little kitchenette.
You see Maria is just kind of bent over, holding her arm, and she moves her hand, and you see the rune is burned into her skin.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Okay, what the fuck? You three? What the fuck?
I don't know why
Honestly,
you're
no
pointing
idea.
the finger at us. Why would we put it on our own and then think, haha, wouldn't it be funny to put it on Maria?
Okay. Are you okay, Maria? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Does
It
still hurt?
hurts, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
I'll stomp back over to the desk and pick up the letter and read it.
Detective Buchanan, some may say that you suffered enough, that the justice doled out to you by the Queen is a fitting end to your story. But I think you have gotten off far too easily for your crimes. I deserved my justice. And you stole it from me. Signed in a V.
You told me... I mean, you killed him.
We thought so.
You really, really killed him.
Could I get a lore check from everyone?
Yes.
I want
I
10.
know.
I want
Nothing.
for Isolde 8. For everyone else 10.
I rolled a blinking 8. Actually, Zack.
Hey!
So
I got a 10 again.
Nice. You're smart for once. Sorry, that was mean.
Hey.
That was mean. That was unnecessary. I apologize. What did you get, Maddy?
I got 9.
9. Okay. And was that a 10 from Eugene?
No, it was a 7. I'm too
Oh,
busy.
goody.
I'm picking out maggots from my little sweetie pack. and
It's
just-
funny because Eugene, given your station, you should know this, but maybe this just betrays how little you pay attention.
Yeah. There's a reason why I'm in the cupboard.
Vampires cannot come back. When they die, they stay fucking dead. And yet, this is happening. Something very... If this is real, something very strange is happening right now. And something possibly unprecedented in the entirety of Liminal London.
look, when you think about it, it's not. It can't be. It can't be him. It's somebody acting, using his name. It's not him.
Well, it can't be. But how do they know all of this?
Zack, did Vincent know all of this dirt on us?
No. Some of this stuff happened after he died.
Ooh, no.
I mean, how would he know that you've been using his name post his death?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right?
And apparently this person knows who my parents are, and I don't know that.
Mm.
The shoes were a given.
Yeah, he could have guessed that bit.
Google search.
Eugene underscore Shanks on eBay.com.
He's just tracked you from all of the foot pics.
Yeah.
I like the
I know
idea that.
those feet anyway.
Well, yeah, Eugene's foot is probably actually beautiful.
That's
Maybe
what I'm saying.
manicured.
I like the idea that Eugene has canonically beautiful feet.
Okay, fan artists, get at it.
Get at it.
Get at it.
Eugene's beautiful feet.
As you're all kind of cross-referencing stories and saying, like, how could he know this? How could he know this? I think Maria just looks up at you, Declan, and just says, who are you talking about?
It was a little while ago. Just something bad happened, and these people helped to stop a man who deserved to be stopped, and I made sure that they didn't go to prison or get killed for it.
What could he possibly want? If he's alive, like,
Well,
he's
he can't
alive,
be
it's fine.
He can't be alive. That's not possible.
Then what the fuck is happening?
I don't know. Look, Maria, I need you to get a cab, and I need you to go somewhere safe. And I just
Right.
need you keep your phone on you, keep it switched on, check in with me,
All right.
and just so and I'll like open the drawer to the desk and like grab a wallet and get some cash out for a cab. And I think it's at this moment like offhand Declan like brushes his hair away from his forehead, and you three see he's got like little stumps little like where horns have been
Mm.
like cut off. Just
He
just by
decidedly
his
did
hairline.
not have these when you met him the first time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, this is not a thing.
I think at this, Maria's just like, surely you need some help on this. Like, this is, if this is this serious, you need some help, Declan. You
I do.
can't do it all on your
Look,
own, and if you can't trust them, then
no, I didn't say I didn't trust them. I'm
Didn't
just
say it.
worried. It threw me a bit seeing them all together because of what that might mean. But no, they are trustworthy people, strange people, sure, but we'll be fine. And I need you as far away from this as possible.
I can look after myself.
I know you can.
I'm not a child.
I'm not saying you're a child. I'm saying that you're an employee and I'm responsible for your safety. And if this is somehow who this letter says it is, then I cannot have you anywhere near them. Okay?
This is what
Okay.
I signed up for. You can't just take
No,
me off.
this isn't what this isn't. This is decidedly not what you signed up for. What you signed up for was to be my assistant. On the books. What we are about to go and do is decidedly off the fucking books. Okay? So I need you in a cab and I need you somewhere safe. And that's the end on it.
I think she doesn't even respond. She just grabs the cash and marches out of the office. Grabs a laptop on the way as well.
Yep, that's probably all going to be fine.
Yeah, it's
So-
more than most bosses would do for someone that works for them. So that's good job.
Well, it depends on the boss, I guess. Does anybody have a lead? Because fuck, we need one.
Louisa.
Well,
Mhm.
well, just a thought. Maybe it's somebody impersonating Vince who should not be named.
Vince, who should not be named.
Like, you know, he was a big character. He probably had other people that was working for or working with him that he would have possibly let know. So when he disappeared, it would make sense that someone would track it down and maybe eventually, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Isolde, did he have any other children besides yourself?
Did he, Zack?
Roll me a lore check.
Let's give it a go. That's a 5.
You don't know. This is Vince, just for the audience. Sir Vincent Jericho, media mogul, was a very private man. I say man, vampire. Even to you, his progeny,
Mhm.
you never knew where you stood with him. And you never knew if what he told you was the truth.
I didn't know much of anything that he had to hide. Very private man. What if we went back to his dwelling? You know, if somebody was gonna find dirt on him or us, maybe they would have gone there.
Yeah, I think that's as good as idea as any. Yeah.
Could I also get everyone to do me a lore check just to do with these runes?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's pretty good.
A measly 6 for me.
Oh, measly.
9?
Okay, yeah. What have we got elsewhere?
I got an 11.
Ooh.
I'm rolling high on the law checks.
You're doing
Very
well.
nice.
Eugene?
8. So one of them's Jocasta.
Well, with a measly 6, Jocasta, you're none the wiser. With an 8, Eugene, definitely a rune.
Right, yeah. Got it.
With a 9, This is decidedly not your typical wizardry. You can just tell by the look of it. This bright, shining blue. Wizards don't deal, and magicians don't deal with this kind of rune that embeds itself into the skin. They draw them in the air. This is a marking. This serves a function. This does something. With an 11, Declan, you know that this is, you kind of rack your brain thinking about those P Division days. And you remember seeing someone with a rune like this. And you heard something about ghosts. But you couldn't tell for sure. You couldn't tell for sure why they had it. But what you might want to consider doing is consulting the grandmother of the person you saw with that rune, Nana Barker.
Ugh. Okay. So we can check out. I mean, I couldn't say I know where Vincent used to live. I assume you lot do.
I would assume so, right, Zack?
Yeah, you would know. You would have known where his dwelling was. You would. I would. Yeah, you'd know where his dwelling was. You would know where his office was. You could locate those things. You can probably sneak your way in.
Yeah, we've got that covered. Yeah.
I might need to just pop over to Whitechapel and speak to Nana Barker.
The rest of you, if you've lived in London long enough, would know Nana Barker by reputation. She is an old witch. No one's quite sure when she came into being. Some estimates have her in the early 1900s. How she's alive today, we're not quite sure. She has a reputation of being fiercely loyal to her family, of which there are multitudes running around London. There are little sorcerers and wizards dotted about nearly every institution in the city, all of whom report directly back to her. And she's not someone you trifle with.
It might be better if I hop on over there by myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah, is that wise?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I was like, no,
You
room full of
want
nightmares.
you want to come to the Barker estate?
Not particularly,
No.
but
No.
All right,
yeah.
well then I guess we're all going. I'll get my coat
Fabulous.
and I get my
And
coat.
we will head over to the Barker estate after the break.
Yeah.
We're going to take a 10 to 15 minute break. Let everyone relax. Go get your snacks because Nana Barker's coming to play.
Bark, bark.
And we'll see you shortly.
Bye.
see you soon.
Yeah.
See you soon. everyone! Welcome back to part 2 of our Liminal London game on here, Actual Play UK. This is the best place to be for all your wonderful promotion of glorious actual play in the UK. It's a wonderful collaboration between many different TTRPG shows out there. You've met our fabulous cast already, but before we jump into the story as we continue, I'm going to do a little recap of what has happened so far. So, we met 3 new characters, Eugene, Jocasta, and Isolde. It's funny, because she's old.
Isolde.
This is, in fact, a prequel to the Liminal London series that you know. We're in the year 2018, whereas Liminal itself starts in 2022. So a few years in the past. We found out that each of these characters received a letter alluding to blackmail and are seemingly sent by a dead vampire who's no longer alive, has been totally killed, presumably by them, called Sir Vincent Jericho, who we know at this point is a media mogul and was an ancient vampire, and at some point in the past was killed by these 3 individuals who seem to be conspiring to keep certain aspects of this under wraps. And it seems that Declan at some point let them off the hook for that crime. And as such, they're all being targeted with blackmail about their various misdeeds. For Isolde, it's using her sire, Vincent's, name to gain power, alluding to the fact that maybe he's still out there and still alive. Ooh. And using that to her advantage. For Jocasta, it is the illusion of some strangeness in her parentage, her fae parentage, that might want to be kept secret. We're not sure what that is yet. And for Eugene, well, he's been nicking stuff from the vampires, hasn't he?
Only shoes.
Truly, he is the best of us.
After opening their letters, each of our players got a rune, if we can throw that up on the screen. Each of the players got a rune embedded into their wrist. You can see it on the screen right now down there, except for Declan. Declan did not get a rune embedded into his wrist. Instead, his assistant, Maria, had a rune embedded in her wrist. Don't know what that's about. But also, the letter was really mean and suggested that he needed to suffer more. So, anyways, before the break, we all discussed that maybe we need to look a little bit further into the background of these runes and decided to head over to the Barker estate to see one Nana Barker, a ancient witch. Well, I say ancient. There's records of her from around the early 1900s, so no one's quite sure how far back she goes. And if you're a regular listener of Liminal, you know who this woman is, and I presume you think she eats birds. She doesn't.
That's because she does. That's because she eats birds.
That's just a joke.
No.
It's just a joke.
Confirmed for bird eating. She eats birds all the time.
At my expense.
Constantly eats birds. Don't listen to Zack. He's not in control of this world. We are.
How true that is.
Get in the chat. She eats birds.
All right, chat. You tell me that she eats birds.
Yeah. It's your Brennan Lee Mulligan. Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Tell him she eats birds.
Just spam bird emojis. That's all I want to see.
Thanks, Naomi. I appreciate you in the chat saying that she eats birds. Okay. I think let's jump into it and see what happens. So, we're all back in Liminal London. And what is our method of transportation over to Whitechapel from Camden? We tubing it? We cabbing it? We biking it? I don't know. That's weird.
I think if Jocasta's got anything to say about it, it's a black cab.
Absolutely. Completely agreed. They should be best friends.
Okay, you are trundling along in a slick black cab as the rain patters against the window, that light evening rain. As the final rays of sun leave the day. You see on the horizon the hulking figure of a place that I don't think Jocasta or Isolde would ever have reason to set foot in, and it's a council estate. Though the reputation of this place far precedes your presence here. This is the home of the witch Nana Barker and her multitudes of relatives. As you arrive outside of the estate and step out, you see that there is a litany of school children who are all yelling and screaming and pushing each other on a very what's the word, dysfunctional play set, like jungle gym set that is in extreme disrepair. Like, you think, gosh, how are these children not catching tetanus? Magic, maybe.
Magic, yeah.
Birds. You see Declan. One of these children is actually much older than the others, about 13, 14 years old, and he's kind of eyeing you up with a look. And he doesn't say anything, but he, you can see he starts to make a gesture with his hands. And as you all step out of the cab, you come face to face with him, and he kind of puts his hand up and says, "You gotta stop."
Sorry? What?
She's coming. And you hear behind you as the cab pulls away. And you turn and see this squat old woman. And anyone with the sight can tell that she is radiating extreme magic. And she kind of pushes her way past you to the kind of 13, 14-year-old boy, says, "Thank you, darling Monty. If you could just take all the rest of them upstairs and we'll just deal with them, all right?" "Yeah, all right, Nan." And you see this kind of teenage boy corrals this absolute bevy of children and is able to bring them up into the estate. And they listen somehow. It's very strange.
I'm guessing as soon as that teenage boy is out of eyeshot, none of us can remember what he looked like.
Yeah, none of you can quite remember what that boy looked like.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Setting? Okay.
And Nana Barker kind of turns on you and says, "Well, what we got here then? You're P Division, aren't you? I recognise you. You were dealing with some of my grandchildren when they got nabbed, weren't you?"
When I was still working for P Division, yes, I think perhaps I crossed paths with some of your clan. But I think if memory served, we dealt amicably together, and there was no hard feelings.
You were fair. Now the rest of you. We've got a couple of prissy little ones over here. Pretty clever, don't you think? Very high and mighty. But it's the first time you ever come this end of London, isn't it?
I think as I sort of step back, like out of range, I think this is just a very, very quiet, I know, but just please, just try and be respectful, even if she isn't. And then I just kind of hide.
Oh, I've already been hiding. I'm like behind a bin or something.
I join you behind
Yeah.
the bin.
So me and Jocasta look around and everyone else is gone. And we're
Yeah,
like,
it's like Looney Tunes, puff of smoke.
Get your own bin. This one's fine.
I've heard so much about you, Nana Barker. It's an absolute delight to meet you.
An utter pleasure to be here. And I've frequented this area before. I like to take in all of London, I assure you.
Huh. Please, can I get a charm on both of you?
Sure thing. So I have both presence and silver tongue.
I'll let you use presence, I think, or silver. Actually, either, whichever you think.
Okay. Well, both are +2 to charm. So
Yeah. I think silver
So-
tongue.
Okay, sounds good.
Just for some nice words.
All right, so that is gonna be. Oh, needed it. It's a 10.
And what we got
Nice.
for Jocasta.
So I got a 6 on the dice. I've got a +2 to deception, but I don't think that probably counts. I thought I'd give it a try.
Nana Barker reaches up this kind of claw to you.
A
Isolde.
bird-like claw, Zack?
Reaches up with a bird, and the bird caresses you.
To Isolde's cheek and says, "Oh, you little charmer, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
As
She
for
does not
you,
flinch for a second. She's just like,
Jocasta, is that right? Because I've heard of you as well.
Oh, does my reputation precede me?
Yes, not in a good way.
Well, I appreciate bluntness in all things.
I would
And you
like
in
to
the bin.
I would like to shove Eugene out from behind the bin.
My bin!
Get out the bin.
I bow incredibly low to the point where my nose hits the pavement.
Oh, I didn't know people could stretch that far down. Now carry on prostrating yourself. I love it.
Yeah, and just like almost lying flat. And it's an honor, Nana.
Good.
Yeah.
Proper respect. See, he gets it. Look, he's covered in muck. He's lower than us. Lovely. All right then.
I'll
So
just
I've
stay
got
here.
some schmucks all in my ass.
well,
What can I do for you? Need someone turned to a bird.
Can I get back to you on that? Because maybe.
I'm always up for a bird.
Great. Good to know. We wondered if you might have some runic knowledge that you could share with us.
I think I could. And you all find yourselves in a bead-covered flat that is suddenly appears around you. And you see Nana Barker, where she was next to you, is now in a kitchen. Can I get anyone a cup of tea?
Yeah, would love one.
Great.
Eugene's just face down on a carpet
Yeah,
now, I
yeah.
assume, yeah.
Probably with like cat hair and everything.
Lush shag
I-
carpet. that,
I
like, has
emerge
never
from
been washed.
behind an armchair.
Nana kind of makes a couple teas, distributes them out to you, pointedly gives one to you, Isolde. Very much like, there you are, darling.
Thank you so much. I do not drink a drop.
I did not think you would. Right, let me see them runes. Is it what's on your arms? She kind of stretches and pulls some muscles.
Yes, absolutely. You're very perceptive. This is the offending rune in question.
Right, let me get a good look at that. And she kind of pulls out like various like little instruments and like some jeweler's type glasses and starts like examining them. Right, and where do you say you get these from then?
Well, we all received a letter, and when we opened it, this rune painfully appeared upon our skin. So,
Ah, classic that one. You piss off a ghost? Or what?
I mean, maybe.
Ah, rotten luck. Afraid I
Well-
can't help much with the spectral calls.
Do vampires get ghosts?
My question exactly.
Vampires? No, darling, no.
Right, that's what I thought. So what is
Anything-
it? What is it? What does it mean? What does it do? How do we get rid of
Oh,
it? That's the main
these
thing.
are- you remember my lovely grandson? He's Charlie. He's lovely, but he did do some grand larceny on what turned out to be a rather haunted house. Look, nothing wrong with it. We've all got to make a living, don't we? But Ghost got a bit pissed off. And so they hauled him into court, said, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. They've got this odd little setup under Waterloo or whatever. But no, it's quite strange, actually. There's, it makes you fill out like you've been convicted of a crime. So he had to do certain hours and had to pay his respects to the ghost leave offerings at their house. That sort of thing. That's it.
So it's
And then it went away. It was gone.
There's a penance or something to be paid.
That's right.
And how do we know what
Well, you got
has
to talk
be
to
done?
them, ain't you?
Okay. Did your letter say anything about what you needed to do?
No,
No.
no, just wanted to make us anxious, I assume, but no information.
Right, well, mission accomplished.
If you don't mind me asking, loves, who was it that you pissed off?
Do you know of Sir Vincent Jericho?
Yeah, of course. Don't best like him. I've heard rumours he's still alive, but then I know better, don't I?
From who? When did you hear that he was still alive?
Always
We've not
come
heard that.
around here and there. I've heard
From-
heard that there was a progeny wandering around saying, "Oh, Vincent's coming, give me this house."
Right.
Progeny going around saying, "Oh no, Vincent's upset, give me your money." That sort of thing.
That sounds like a remarkably stupid thing to do.
I wouldn't judge.
No, guess not.
So,
Wow. If you were to believe that he was dead, then maybe. What could it hurt?
what could it?
This situation right now, that's the hut. That's where we are.
Much unprecedented, but yeah.
So, are you thinking that a vampire's blackmailing you all with that? But
That's
he's dead,
certain-
right?
Yeah, that's certainly what whoever sent the letters wants us to think.
Oh, why would they want that?
Well, we had a contentious relationship with that particular vampire, so perhaps it was a good choice of leverage.
That's true. All right. Well, my best guess is you walked dead down to that Waterloo court. Underneath.
The ghost court.
That's right. Find out what you're owed, or what's owed from you.
Great. So it's a court summons, effectively, is what this is.
Think of it more like an ankle bracelet.
Do you have any idea what might happen if this particular bracelet goes off?
Yeah.
Well, could be all sorts. I take it if there's some form of blackmail, might be that blackmail gets sent out. Or maybe just offs you. I don't know.
Maybe.
Ears
Right.
open, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right, Waterloo it is. Thank you, Nana,
You're very welcome.
Mrs. Barker, for your hospitality. And I apologise for disturbing you so late.
It's all right. Things happen at all times of night. And I do like it when you bring vampires over, because that means I get a cup of tea.
Do we, which way is out? Because we didn't walk in. I don't know. Do we go?
Out the door, love. I'm not taking you downstairs. I've got to get to bed.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It turns my stomach anyway. Great. Are we going?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a very good course of action. Yes, thank you again, Nana. And Jocasta will doff her big red hat, and underneath are 2 little fox ears just poking out. And then she carefully puts it back.
I think, lovely. I think Nana, as you're all walking out, she might just pull Isolde aside and say to her, "Nah, I didn't want to say this in front of the others because, look, it's unkind to scare him, but he was your sire, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't tell you much about his life, did he?
Not a word.
Vincent was one of them people in life that always feared death. Didn't want to die. And it was strange because becoming a vampire didn't really fix that. Always thought maybe someone was going to come after him. And he came to me one day. He asked if there was a way to ensure a vampire would never die. You lot don't get ghosts. But, that seems to be what he wanted. To never die. Keep hold of his fortunes, his wealth. So, I can't guarantee he hasn't found a way back. And if he has, God rest your souls. Good luck.
Thank you, Nana.
And I assume you depart.
I think Eugene's been silent this whole time he's listening, taking it in. The only sort of thing Eugene would have done is eaten the cup the tea came in. He was so nervous about being in Nana's house. So just like...
Just the crunch of porcelain.
Yeah,
The bleeding
teats
of gums.
spilling out.
yeah, exactly. As this
I
very
think
serious
Nana just
conversation
looks at you
happening.
and just looks at you, he's like, you know what, I don't need that one back. Thanks.
It's an honor. And then just like literally is like bowing out of the door.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no worries. Jocasta takes out a monogrammed handkerchief from her handbag and sort of gestures to give it to Eugene, and then thinks, "Oh no, he's just going to eat it, isn't he?" And then puts it back. In the handbag.
Almost.
Lesson learned.
So close.
Almost had a nice one. Not used.
I was just wondering if Isolde feels any different now leaving, because she mentioned the thing about the vampire and the cup of tea and.
In that way, what do you mean?
So I might have been reading it wrong, but she was like, "Oh, I love it when vampires turn up because I get a cup of tea." Did she say
Oh, it just
something
means
like
she
that?
makes you a cup of tea, and then you
see.
don't drink it.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And
was
then
like-
she gets to drink it.
I see.
She gets to make herself a cup of tea.
I was like,
it
has
was-
my essence been trapped within the cup of tea?
No,
No.
she just
has
gets to have a cup.
much dumber than that, Liv.
Yeah, don't.
Got
Yeah, she just gets to drink a cup of tea.
And watch
Okay.
a vampire awkwardly hold a cup.
Yeah, like
I love that.
Right. What's the next step for everyone?
Head
Do we
over
want to go straight to our court summons, or do we want to check out Jericho's place first?
what time is it?
I would say probably about, if it's twilight, well, maybe let's say about 10 p.m.
Okay, we got time before the sun comes up.
Hmm.
Yeah. Maybe his place first.
I'd like to have more information, if
That
it's
makes sense.
possible, before we go and submit ourselves to a fucking ghost jury or whatever the fuck.
So you all head over to Covent Garden, which is where you knew that Jericho had his residence. It's this you remember from when he would have you all over for various business meetings that you would all attend, where he had this enormous flat above the Royal Ballet.
Oh, wow.
And this man is the wealthiest. Like Jocasta and Isolde, you have encountered tremendous wealth in your lives. You have never met anyone as wealthy as Vincent Jericho.
I'm guessing if it's like a flat above the Royal Opera House, then it's like a flat that's above the Royal Opera House that isn't visible to human eyes.
Precisely.
Like, yeah, like a glamoured extension.
Yeah.
Exactly. He has a glamoured extension.
No planning permission at all.
Somewhat strangely, a large, enormous floor-to-ceiling windows as well. He liked living dangerously. So you all arrive in Covent Garden by the, let's say, the Apple Store. You know, that's a place.
I know where that is.
I know where the Apple Store in Covent Garden is. What's your plan? How are you getting into this place? You know that the entrance, there is an entrance via the Royal Opera House. Or you could scale a wall. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Can you... Does he have... I mean, what... I guess find out if the place is guarded first.
I could do that. I'm good at climbing.
Yeah, Eugene, you take high. You go high. I'll go low.
Okay. Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
There he
Describe
goes.
to me
Yep.
what you're doing.
He's a weird dude.
I will go round. I know that the Opera House doesn't necessarily have like a public back, but basically I'll go somewhere next to some bins.
Oh, you love a bin.
I love a bin, and then I'm gonna.
Do you have some sort of skill in this game that gives you a +2 to whatever you're doing if it involves
Plus 2 to
bins?
sneeze.
If not, you should.
Custom move. Rubbish. I sort of brace myself, and then I'm gonna slowly climb up like Spider-Man, but like sticking to the shadows essentially, and sort of sneak my way up to the top.
Okay.
Maybe hiding in, like, I know a long time ago there used to be like a thing on the side which like a ballerina in a like a snow globe. I might hide behind that. And then
What?
Do the exact pose in its
Yeah.
shadow.
Yeah.
So, so what skill are you proposing to me? To use?
well, I was gonna say stealth and then sneaking on top of that. I don't want to be seen.
No.
I agree with you that stealth should be
Yeah.
one of the roles that you do.
Oh. All right.
But I think we're not taking into account that there is a certain climbing element.
Oh no, yeah. No.
So I think
I was assuming this was some special ability that
No.
Eugene
No.
had.
I'm
Okay.
happy to help.
okay. Roll me athletics.
Okay.
I want to remind everyone, including you and the audience at home, that one can use will to increase the result by 1. So each point of will is a point of result. So I want a 12.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. You're scaling a building. Don't me.
Can I be at the ready to just be like, look at the amazing real life Spider-Man? Like, just this is a fun thing that we have planned.
New installation. Mummy,
All right,
he
well,
doesn't look like Spider-Man.
And they're like, it's not real life Spider-Man.
Have you ever wondered what it would
Let's-
look like if Jared Leto's Joker was bitten by a radioactive spider?
Well,
Well,
here it is.
if you're doing that, then I'm dragging bin bags to where he will inevitably fall
let's see how the rolls go.
Sure.
We're gonna
Right.
do
Yep.
2. We're gonna
Sure.
start with the climbing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the stealth, okay? Let's see how the rolls go, and then everyone will get a chance to do their
React.
cool,
Okay.
fucky stuff.
Everybody, lend Eugene your energy.
Yeah.
He's gonna need it. I'm making a wild assumption that Eugene's athletic score is not high.
It's 3, my friend. I am.
Oh
tough.
shit! Okay.
Oh, that's really good.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Don't doubt me, because it's exactly a 12.
Yeah!
Very nice.
All right.
Okay. Now roll me the stealth.
Oh.
Now
Got
this I only want like I'm gonna say a basic success, like an 8.
Okay. That is also a 12.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay. You know what?
It's the smell. It puts people off at a disadvantage.
So what? Here's you've rolled well above what you needed.
I know.
So what advantage do you want to gain from that? You successfully do pretty much whatever you want here. Tell me how you gain an additional advantage from this.
Cool. All right. So yeah. So I sort of like almost like one of those sticky toys, but in reverse, like up the.
God.
There's sometimes where my heels kick back and I'm backwards
Good.
and then forwards.
Good. I
Um,
love it.
I eventually get to the top, and as you said, it's sort of like water ceiling glass. So I'll continue that up until I hit like a skylight, and I can
Nice.
see any sort of security or stuff. So I can sort of notice their patterns and just get on the phone and maybe FaceTime Isolde
Oh, yep.
to.
Oh,
Hello.
oh,
I got it.
hello. Oh my God, you did it. How did
I
you do that?
know. Shh.
Sorry.
I'm stealthing, and then
Oh yeah.
put the phone so FaceTiming so they can see the room that I'm above, essentially.
Yeah.
And seeing if there's any guards or anything like that. Because I assume I've come up to like a very important. If it's water ceiling of glass and windows, I probably it's probably quite an important like map room is what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
but living room would also work.
So it's I think it's really quite funny because I think there's definitely a moment where like, because I actually used to work in a building opposite this building you're climbing.
Zach, I used to work in this building.
Oh my god. And like
You're both there.
I would see like all the like ballerinas like rehearsing and stuff. So I'd love to imagine that there's like a moment where like there's a ballerina practicing and you're like in the window staring and it's like a jump scare where she sees you and it's like and then she turns
Yeah.
and looks back and you're
I turn
gone.
away, yeah.
Oh yeah, she sees him in
Mirror-wise.
she sees him in the mirror.
Yeah.
She sees him in the full face mirror, spins around and he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, matching that movement.
Yeah. Okay. You make it up to the I'm gonna say the first level of
Yeah.
Jericho's house, like where he used to live. And this place looks relatively abandoned. It seems like you have gained pardon me. It seems like you have gained like you've gained access by climbing. Just complete free access to the place because all the guards are going to be downstairs. This is an unoccupied residence right now.
Oh, no one's here. Isolde, no one's here. Look. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm showing it to like to Jocasta and Declan as well, just like surreptitiously, so nobody else sees. Okay. Great. Why don't you? I don't know. I feel like you should go in.
Now?
I guess you could just go in,
Now.
right? Right? Do we all need to go in?
I sort of look up. I'm like, I don't think I can climb like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do that either.
It's dead easy. You can push with your legs, not with your hands.
Gotcha.
It's good advice, Eugene. But I think maybe do you see a way in?
I assume there's like a window I could
Yeah, you could. I reckon.
flat Stanley into.
Honestly, you did so well on those rolls. I'll let you find a window you could jimmy.
Yeah, I go, hang on. It goes into the mouth, the phone. It doesn't, I don't eat it.
No.
You get that horrible fish eye view of the nose and
Up there. What is up? Oh my god.
It's
You do
best not to ask.
successfully. In fact, actually, no, I'm not that mean.
Oh, do
You
it.
do
No, do it.
successfully.
What? No,
You
yeah,
do
no,
success-
Zach, tell us.
No,
Tell
you
us
gotta do
what
it, you
is
gotta
up
do it, yeah,
Eugene's
you gotta
nose.
do
Say that and then not do the thing.
No. You do successfully manage to put a stopper on the alarm, like rig it so the alarm doesn't go off, like the burglar alarm. So you are able to like weird spider climb your way into this building. And you're in. It's
I'm in.
Oh, it's like I was in there. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's fine.
and it's these gorgeous hardwood floors. Isolde, what memory are you transported to as you see this place again?
I think she's taken back to a time when this place probably was like a place that she was confined to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And as you mentioned, there are like wall-sized windows,
Mm-hmm.
so she would kind of gaze out quite a lot, unable to leave. When she was kind of like in the early stages of like being taught the ways of her kind. So I think immediately she's just kind of filled with fear and resentment. And also a little moment of like pleasure in the fact that she was able to, with the help of her friends, take him down.
Amazing. You flash back to a memory where Jericho is kind of stood over you as you're sat down on one of the sofas in here. And he's angry, he's furious, and he hasn't, for the life of you, or lack thereof, told you why. And he's just storming around. It's just, it has to be, it must be possible. I have a job for you. I need you to go. I need you to go to the British Library. The wizards have it. I'm giving you a record number. You will find it and bring it here. Do you understand?
I will do what you need me to do, Master.
Less lip in future.
Yes, sir.
And you flash back out of that memory for a moment. What are we looking for in this place?
With that memory hitting her, would I think that has anything to do with this?
Absolutely, yes.
Great. Yeah, I think Isolde just kind of like flashes back into like the room, and it's like, Eugene, there's a book. That I assume there would be like a little mini library that he has because it's
Yeah,
probably all
of course.
decked out.
There's a second floor where there
Yeah.
is. You remember there being an extensive library.
If you could, can you go up to the second floor and take a look around the library and can you get me, can you look for a book?
Yeah.
God, what was the name?
What,
So,
what was color of the cover.
You step upstairs into the library, Eugene, and start looking for a book.
They are books, not snacks. Books.
Yeah,
not
no,
snacks.
yes, do not eat this book. Do not eat this book,
Okay,
Eugene.
no. I've already made that mistake with the letter. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me
this
twice.
book that you grabbed in the past, Isolde, is not wasn't marked. It didn't have a cover. You just had a record number. And you remember this dark red leather-bound book that you can more than easily describe to Eugene.
Okay, I do so, and like I'm just kind of thinking aloud. I'm like, he was so angry, and he said he needed the book, and yeah, I know that there was only a few things that he's like really, really passionate about, really got him going, and it must have something to do with it. It must have. It's, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Awareness.
Oh. Yes.
I'm gonna say
Is there
you
any
can
kind of
add
aiding?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is how it works. Add one for assistance from Isolde.
Okay.
But I want a 10.
Okay. My awareness is also 3. So hope.
Okay.
He's a-
Just take
he's
out
an
the ladder
athletic
and
and
then-
aware boy.
Go across to the end.
Just don't
No,
roll
not
snake
there.
eyes.
Not there.
I'll just do a bell. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Good.
So that is only an 8. Could I spend 2
You could
will?
spend 2 points of will.
Yep, I will do that.
Amazing.
Feel that's important.
What one would think. You look for this book. And you don't have the sight, do you?
I have night sight. That's it.
Night sight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see the place well in the dark.
Books. No!
I'm surrounded. Books everywhere and not a one to eat.
Reading.
So you look around furiously for this book, and you discover that there isn't a book that fits this description in here. And it seems notable that it's not here, because you look around and you're searching for discrepancies where you're looking. And what you see is a very convenient hole. These are books that are lined perfectly. There is nothing out of place. They don't even need bookends. There are so many of them. And there's a hole where one should be. And where that is, it's a little bit of goo. A little bit of goo.
Well, you
Just
know
a
what I'm
little
gonna
bit of
do.
goo.
With the phone. Someone's taking it out. And then I'll get my finger. I'll scrape it along this gap. And then... Oh, God!
Whose
How
goo
did you-
is that? Is that
How
your
did
goo?
you not see that coming? The second you
know.
said goo, I was like,
Yeah.
he's got to eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't. I never did. By the way, I just want you to know that even in the chat, they're like, Eugene, don't eat it. Just need you to know.
Sorry, chat.
Don't be. Okay, cool. I have to make you roll this.
Oh, what?
Can I, Zack,
Ooh.
there is a whether it's relevant or not, but I
Uh-huh.
just think during this time, given that Isolde is the kind of, well, I've never been in this flat, I don't think. Isolde's kind of taking charge of the, instructing Eugene around the place. Declan is concerned that whilst the flat is empty, there are probably people on the door somewhere.
Yeah.
And if anything goes wrong in that flat, those people are going to go into the flat. So
Correct.
What could go wrong?
I would like to ascertain where those guards might be and position myself as near to them as possible. And if it's inside the opera house, I would like Jocasta's help getting in, because I feel like she can just walk into an opera house in a way that I
Just
can't.
dress for it.
And Jocasta would also be like, well, if we see any guards, and if they have any particular uniform, I can possibly imitate it with one of my glamours, and perhaps that might help ingress, one would say, in an emergency.
That's a very good
All
point.
right. Well, shall we go to the opera? And I'll offer my arm.
I will sort of take it, but trying to have as little contact with your body as possible.
Fair enough.
Could I get you to roll me? I'm gonna say, sorry. This is for Eugene.
Oh.
Oh.
I want you to roll me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, it better be good.
Conviction.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And I
not-
want 12.
Oh,
again.
Oh, come on.
You ate it. You ate it! Again, it's this.
Yeah, as for the listeners at home, as far as conviction as a stat is concerned, think of it as your magical constitution.
Yeah, that's how I've treated it.
And I'll be at level with you, audience. A lot of the stats did not go into social skills.
What? What?
That's only a 7.
Oof. Eugene, you you see this goo on the book on the bookshelf, and your first instinct, of course, in the mouth. I'm really sorry. This is really funny.
See some goo and pick it up, and all day long you'll have whatever it is that's about to happen.
Sore tummy.
You
Bad time.
and your tummy really rumbles, and you go, ooh, and then you're fine. And as you eat the goo, you feel this wash of sadness and despondence and chaos just climb through you. And you feel this ripping, wrenching pain in your chest, almost as if someone has stabbed you. You rip your clothes to kind of see, but nothing's there. And you just feel horror rise in you, this endless nothing. And then you fall unconscious.
Yeah. I will say, I scream, like a really high-pitched scream.
Oh no!
It
Well,
really hurts.
I'm guessing like
The phone.
Isolde's got like the phone falls on the ground, lands at an angle, and Isolde can just see passed out Eugene on the ground.
The goo slowly dripping out of your mouth.
Yeah, this really
Beautiful.
Yeah, oh god, awful.
She's like horrified, but she's also like, I shouldn't be surprised that he ate the goo.
No, of course you shouldn't. Of
Yeah,
course
no.
you shouldn't. Okay, scream. How loud that scream go?
It was incredibly high-pitched, which is probably something you would not associate with Eugene. Yeah. Yeah. As if someone old-fashioned saw a mouse, you know.
Okay, I want you to roll me.
Oh, no.
I want you to roll me a stealth. I'm gonna go 12.
Okay.
We have to have a talk after this. We have to have a talk. This cannot continue.
Eugene can't come to the phone right now.
This is mostly to herself. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe this is
There is no Eugene. There is only goo.
Gugene.
Eugene, like Luigi.
Bam! End the episode right
Yeah,
there.
done. Credits.
done.
Credits.
it.
Credits.
Nothing
Cut
to
the
do.
credits.
So,
Eugene.
Eugene.
with the +3 to stealth, that is a 12 total again.
Fuck
Nice.
Right, you gotta reward that. Okay, great. Here's your reward.
Ooh.
Thankfully,
Don't die.
no guards heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eugene is still unconscious
Mm-hmm.
and might be in need of some medical attention.
No.
What are the rest of you doing? You're going into the Royal Opera House.
I am leading Declan up to where I remember the entrance being, and trying to sort of do the sort of small talk of what's opera small talk, like that aria. That
Aria you did last night.
it was wonderful, darling.
Oh, I love Dies Irae.
I feel like Dies Irae is what's pumping in your headphones every day. Like it's one of those videos on TikTok where it's like, what are you listening to? Oh, the Dies Irae.
Dies Irae. you wouldn't have heard of it. So.
So there are 2 guards down here. They're not, armed. You would not expect guards at the Royal Opera House to be armed in any kind of way, but they are keeping an eye on what's down here. And as you step into the foyer, you know that the entrance to... And Pip, I know you work there. I don't care what the layout of this goddamn building is. Don't correct me.
Bro, I was not about to interrupt this stream to be like, actually, Zach, the layout is...
I think you'll find.
Fuck you.
You do know that the entrance to Jericho's flat was at the far end of the foyer in a lift. It's a penthouse type situation.
So far, so good. You're nailing it.
But two guards, are you stepping in right now?
No,
Is that what's happening?
if there was a scream that we'd heard, then yeah, maybe. But
You would have heard it on the phone, and seen something happen.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're together, if we're with Isolde, then
Yeah, I think Isolde runs after you, just like, oh
Yeah.
God. Just like seamlessly joins you.
what's happened?
Eugene might be dead.
Okay. If
Interesting.
is he dead or is he not dead? Because if
I
he's
don't-
dead, then we have to go.
I don't know. I do not know.
I think you just see on the phone Eugene's tongue lolling in and out, and a vague like.
But breathing? Is it like a
Yeah, breathing. Yeah,
happening?
not dead.
Okay, cool,
Eugene's
that's
not dead.
No, I just wondered if
I
she
haven't just
knew.
unanimously killed Eugene.
Now, I would love that though.
Okay, you know this would have been
fine,
a lot easier if he was dead.
Solved a lot of problems.
Okay, so we have to get him out of
I
there.
understand what you think of us. Yeah, great. Amazing.
Just trying to be practical, okay?
So what angle are we
Jocasta,
going
you-
for here?
Jocasta, you said something about being able to.
Yes, I can.
You're a changeling. I don't want to say that's. You are one of those.
yes.
If you have a plan that involves changing, then I'm sure we could back you up. We just need
Yes.
to get in and get him out. So maybe we get the guards to go somewhere else.
Yes. Now, well, I'm trying to think what the best cover story would be. So I could make myself look like one of the another guard who's just come on the job for the first time, but that might rouse suspicion.
A singer? One of the performers, maybe?
Oh, yes. Yes, there could be some kind of emergency. Oh, yes. I was at that cocktail party after one of the performances, and I managed to brush up against one of the singers, the soprano. It was and this is because I have an ability where if I touch someone, I can make myself look like them.
Oh,
Nice.
So if that works for yes, perhaps there's some emergency. Perhaps one of the other performers has broken a leg or something. I don't know, and I can go and corral the guards and get them to come and help.
Tell you what, I'll hang back. If that doesn't work, I'll cause a distraction.
Plan
You
B,
two
love that.
get up there and get him out.
Sure. Wait, are we leading guards up to the top, or are we? Yeah, we don't want that. No. So. Okay.
I'd say get them away from the door, and
Yeah,
if they
yes. To the dressing rooms, perhaps.
something like that, literally anywhere that isn't here.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide and get ready to go upstairs. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, Jocasta, what you got?
All right. I would like to cast a glamour. Let me just double check what it's called. It's called False Face. I need to spend a point of will to be able to use it. The illusion lasts for a scene. I can impersonate a person I've touched in the past. If my disguise is tested, I need to make a relevant opposed social skill test to not be found out. So I think I need to roll an art check potentially to see how good it is.
Okay.
And I've got a +2 for glamour.
Come on.
That is 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10.
Nice.
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 You don't need any more than that. What do you say with this very convincing visage as you come up to these two security guards?
Oh, mamma mia!
No,
One of
stop it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a hard no. That's a no but from me, dog.
Cannon.
Here I go again.
Yeah.
Cut the stream. It's over.
Okay.
Speaking as someone who has worked at the Royal Opera House, that is what all the singers sound like.
Yeah.
Cannon with it.
Oh.
Cannon.
Right.
Oh my goodness, one of the singers in the dressing room has just had a terrible accident. I need help instantly. The leg the bone is protruding.
All right. All right. I'll come with you. Steve, you stay back. You call 911. All right.
Oh no, we need to move them. They've fallen in a very compromising position that requires multiple people to adjust.
They are fully upside down.
It's like hanging from the wire on the stage.
Yeah.
Like,
They've got stuck in a sofa. You know, they've gone in the corner and their legs are stuck out.
I'm gonna throw a weird one at you.
The bloomers are on full show.
I want a high society check.
Ooh, I don't
Because
have,
you're purporting to be high society, high status.
I don't have anything in that, but we'll
Why
see.
not?
You don't have
wild.
anything in that?
No, I limited stats. Oh god, that's a 3. No,
Health and safety protocols, love. Come
How-
on, Steve, you stay back. You call 999. I almost said 911. And
thought you
you,
were
miss,
wrong.
you lead the way, all right?
I'm a transfer guard.
From North America.
I'm going to
free.
while this guard is dialing 999, I'm going to attempt. This is Jocasta's intention to seduce the guard.
Brilliant.
Do the
It's a
classic
real
guard.
switch. It's a real switch from someone's broken their leg to.
No, there's a way to spin this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
now that
Well,
he's gone.
It makes you think about, how fragile life is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should relish
Yes.
Like my
life.
heart
Yeah.
Embrace our carnal pleasures.
in this foyer.
Mamma mia.
Sell it, Maddy. Sell it in an Italian accent.
This is why I love playing extrovert characters as an introvert. I get to do
Yeah.
stuff I would never otherwise do. Now that your companion has gone, I must know what routine do you use to get such bulging muscles?
So, can I just check? You're talking to the guy calling 999?
Yes, I think I wait until he's
Wait till the other one's gone. Yeah.
wait till the other one's
So
gone. Wait
you
till
send
he's
the other guy off, and
wait until he's put in the call and then hung up, and then
Okay, nice.
yeah,
So you wait until he's hung up.
Oh no.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a broken leg. Hey, come to the Royal Opera House. Like, so how you doing, love?
Oh.
Sorry, what do you say?
What a wonderful mellifluous voice you have. Turning
What does that
Spanish.
mean?
Oh, it is a beautiful word meaning melodious to the ear.
Lovely. So, you all right?
I'm doing much better now that I'm with you.
Did we say no flirting on this stream? I can't remember
No,
now.
yeah, roll me charm. Go on.
Cool.
Oh, come on, Maddy.
Come on.
Definitely watching,
Double
like,
sixes on the dice.
Plus
3.
You know what? Just tell me what happens.
We fade to black.
Yeah. I just I sort of pull him towards a disabled Lou.
Good. Oh, good. Classy Jocasta.
Yeah.
We fade to black in a disabled Lou.
Yeah.
As the fade to
Isolde.
black is happening, Isolde, Declan, what do?
I guess now that Jocasta has taken one for the team, shall we say? Declan is going to join Isolde in trying to head to get up to this place and get.
I do
Eugene
not
out.
want to be down here when the sounds start. I no. It's just like pressing the elevator, like
Close.
Must go faster. Like in Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park being chased by the T-Rex. God, let it go. Amazing. So the lift dings and you step in and are gently glided upstairs. As the doors to the lift open, Isolde, what memory do you have of coming into this building for the first time?
I think as the lift is like rising up, like her anxiety is also like rising. And I think like as the doors open, she kind of like flashes back to like, you know, coming back and entering via the lift, and like, and then having Vincent just be stood there waiting, and just being immediately taken aback, and then like him just like probably like shoving her in, just like giving her another job to do, just like bad time.
You see Vincent snatches the book and says, "You took long enough."
I'm sorry, there was a lot to look through. It's a big library. You're gonna tell me what this is about, or?
I give you preternatural gifts, everlasting life, and this is how you repay me, I see. Could I not ask for a better progeny?
I will be better.
Just go. Help Jocasta. She's been given another assignment to pull information from the Queen's court. She could use some support. Try not to fuck it up.
As you wish, sir.
And the lift doors open, and you are back in the present day.
You all right?
Looking a bit. Yeah. What? Yeah. No, I'm fine. No, we need to get you, Eugene. We need to.
Yeah,
she like
sure.
pauses and then steps in, and then leads Declan to the library.
So you head up to the library and you find. You know what? Tell us what we find, Fiona.
Oh. Well, of course.
Paint us a
smell.
beautiful picture.
Yeah, well, smell first of all. Somehow this beautiful big room already stinks.
The guards
Eugene-
come up like 3 hours later and are like, "Something die in here?"
Taste it.
I think Eugene would have fallen back, and so it's in like a beautiful pose, but all arms akimbo, legs akimbo, but definitely a pool of his own vomit and drool. Eyes white, like just like passed out. His bag of sweeties crushed underneath.
Oh, by sweeties, did you mean bugs?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
There's like maybe a couple of them. Like there's a worm that's trying to get away. Yeah.
Go, flee. Fly, you fool.
Into the carpet.
Save yourself.
Okay.
Godspeed.
A small slug. Like,
Gonna get away. Okay. I'm gonna ask for a medicine check on Eugene just to help revive. Who would like to do that? And the other person, I'm going to assume, is going to do some investigation of some kind.
Sure. Do you have any, Declan? Do you have any medical expertise?
I have a single point in medicine.
More than I have.
To be fair, you do know the place.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true.
it does. I think there's a moment of like Declan being like, "Well, I'm
Rock,
the
paper,
I'm
scissors.
the
I
I'm
was
the
gonna say
private
rock, paper,
eye.
scissors.
I'm the investigator. Surely I will do the no."
No, you go ahead and yeah.
All right. I'll kneel down, trying
Don't
not to
slip in it.
put my knees in the vomit.
We don't need to paint that pretty a picture of the exact details of the fluids.
You know what kind of pictures I like to paint. And I think first point, I will check a pulse.
Does Eugene have a pulse? I assume yes.
I assume yes as well. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You do feel a rapid pulse.
Okay. And then I'll think about all the things that one has to do to resuscitate people, and then I will hit him.
Roll me a medicine. I'm looking for
Come on.
a 10.
Yeah.
Punch
come on.
medicine.
Qualified doctor. Oh my god.
Yep. This is my bedside manner. Okay.
Actually, no, I just need an 8.
I will spend a point of will to make that an 8.
Cool. Lovely. Eugene,
I care.
you're, I presume, slapped?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to wake him up. I'm not trying to knock him out more.
Eugene, you are slapped awake.
And I think as you get up and as you sort of jerk up and are like about to make more noise,
Yeah.
I jam that worm in your mouth
Oh no, not the worm.
and then close it, and I'm just like, shh.
There's definitely a little bit more vomit that's coming through your fingers.
Oh.
But then Eugene just.
Thanks, buddy.
Awful.
You are welcome,
Ugh.
and I
No
will
hand
100%.
sanitizer in this place.
I will wipe my hands off on you,
Yeah.
on a part of you that doesn't have vomit on it.
Oh,
now
that's
does.
very little. Yeah.
I'll find it wherever it is. I'll find it.
More vomit than man at this point.
I'm willing to roll awareness to find the spot that doesn't have vomit.
See it on my hair, like a little bit of
Oh
hair
yeah,
gel, you know?
yeah.
Liv, could I
Yeah.
get you to roll me lore to investigate this goo?
The goo. Okay.
The goo.
Try. The goo.
There's goo left. I assumed he ate all of
Well, let me have this.
it. I'm not trying to take it from you.
I didn't
take
scoop
this
it.
from
I did a finger.
That is very fair. That is.
It was only a
That is.
taste.
You know what? You're right. I apologize.
That's an 8.
You know, I think with an 8, I don't think I can give you too much on an 8 with this. If you wanted to spend 2 points of will, you could, or I can just give you.
I was gonna say, can I bump it up for sure?
You're more
yeah,
than welcome to
I'll-
bump it up to 10.
I'll do a little bump.
Nice. Use your resources.
Yes.
This is ectoplasm.
Yeah.
This has come off of a ghost.
Yeah.
And when you are investigating, you kind of touch it and you have this flash of the face of a woman, not someone you recognize, and you see that, like, you see this almost like her life on fast forward. She is clearly from a time so far in the distant past of like a plague-ridden city and a horrifying collection of the dead beyond her, and she is sick and dying, and you see this sad, desperate life flash before your eyes. This is kind of like a lesser version of what Eugene experienced, but Eugene put it in his mouth.
Yeah. Like this is a remnant, a feeling, like her life encapsulated. basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't eat the goo. Never eat the goo.
Never eat.
Never eat the goo. I think Isolde will just mutter, "I'm sorry." And then we'll continue like looking around. Although, do I get the sense that this person might have taken the book? Is
For
that what I'm
sure.
getting?
For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the implication here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in the flat. Is there anything
Yeah.
else we want to look for? Any other? I'm really just asking if there's any thoughts, any stray things while we're here before we leave. Or
I mean, I want to roll this place for all it's worth and find out as much about this guy as I possibly can, but we don't have a huge amount of time.
Well, it depends on Jocasta.
Who could say? You know?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume he's dead.
I mean, I do have a plan, which we could possibly do at some
Okay.
point.
Yeah, we assume Jocasta's got it covered, right? I will happily like help Declan with my knowledge of the flat and
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick search for any kind of. I'm looking for personal effects. I'm looking for anywhere where this guy might have written down his plans. What I'm looking for a diary. I'm looking for literally anything.
Anything.
I'm looking for a personal thing. Yeah.
Great. Let's go for. Let's see. We don't have an investigation skill here. What do we got?
But I do have the
awareness?
investigator trait.
What is that on?
+2 to sorry, that's irrelevant. +2 to awareness test to find hidden objects, evidence.
Yes,
or evidence,
let's go
which
awareness.
I think is what
let's
this
go
is.
awareness and take a +1 from Isolde.
Oh wow, this is so. 3. So this is +6
Oh, come on.
because my awareness is already a 3. So don't be shit. 6. 14.
Yeah.
14. That was live maths right there for you, happening in real time.
Love it.
Okay,
Yeah, 14.
that's an amazing result. I think what you find as you case this place, not with those extra successes, not only do you find something, but you find it quickly. You know all the places that some people tend to hide things. You go to a desk, you don't look in like in the top drawer. You kind of go in a deeper drawer and
Yeah.
you lift up a hidden compartment and you pull out this like bound cloth diary that looks ancient, utterly ancient. This seems and Isolde, you would recognize this immediately. This is Jericho's diary. This is where he would always be scribbling things, and you were made a vampire long after this book came into existence.
You're good.
Thanks. I've had to be, I suppose. I think because there is biological evidence all over the floor.
Oh God, yeah.
We don't have a huge a way to, like, I can't press the digitate that away. I don't think any of us can. So I think what Declan has done over the course of finding this diary is rolled this place like it was being burgled.
Oh, very good.
I've made it look
Nice.
very much like people were taking expensive things, and I've hidden as for the fact that I've taken that diary as best I can.
I'm gonna say with the with the 14 that you got there, you do not need to roll anything additional for that. though.
Nice.
Well earned.
Appreciated.
Okay, amazing. You've got the book. You've got Eugene. Where are we going?
Yeah. I will say Eugene's just been sat there like for the majority of this. Been no help whatsoever.
Turns out that worm was really long, so Eugene's just been.
Yeah, like a fruit roll up essentially.
There's somehow another Eugene with like a bow on his head at the other end.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's hallucinating.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess I look at Eugene, who does not look in a fit state to go climbing out the window again right now, and just be like, let's go, quickly and quietly as we can.
Hold up my arms to be carried.
No,
I don't want to touch that.
I already have. It's fine. I'll pick him up.
Amazing. Do you do anything to alert Jocasta of the plan?
What could we do? I mean,
Bang on the door as we go past.
Well, I think, yes, the understanding is that you would leave out the front entrance where you came in. It's plausible someone else might be there now.
gosh, okay.
So quick, hang on, I'll get my phone and I'll send us a selfie of all three of us to
In the
Jocasta. Yeah.
Just in the like, not knowing it's gonna happen. I'm just like,
I'm just looking directly at Eugene and go,
Yeah, I'm on Eugene's back like a backpack. And then send it to the group chats.
Incredible. I love that we've got a group chat in this.
Yeah,
this group
there's a
as well.
message underneath that says delete it.
No.
Jocasta, as whatever's going on in the bathroom's going on, you receive a ping on the phone, and you see this message, and I think can reasonably assume they're coming down the lift. Can I get an awareness check from you to see if the other guard is there?
No.
That is 11.
You heard the other guard come in like, Steve, I can't find anyone. Steve, and Steve's keeping stum.
Cool. What I would like to do is cast Unholy Terror and overwhelm this gentleman in the toilets with me with the horrific illusions. And if I could do an art skill attack against the victim's conviction, I do d6 plus 2 will damage, and if the victim's will is reduced to 0, they fall unconscious through shock.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Wow.
What is this god's will
Yeah.
score, Zack?
Not high.
All right, I'll do an art skill check then, I guess.
I love that this character attacks people with art. That's,
Yeah, that's-
I love the attack stat in a game being art. That's
Yeah.
just mwah.
Oh no, I got snake eyes. That's a 5 total. But I'm willing to spend will to make this work.
I'm willing.
I'm willing to make this work.
So how it comes up to what?
So that's 5.
I need you to-
But plus 2. So that's 7 will damage. Oh no, that's the sorry. I'm completely
Panicking.
I'm panicking.
Yeah.
That was the attack.
That was
So
the
this is
attack.
attack versus conviction. So it's 5 versus conviction. Oh no, it's 7
okay.
versus conviction. It's 7 versus conviction.
I need you to spend a point of will.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Yeah.
That's not too
Spent.
Power
Okay.
of
That
dark
is not
compels
too
you.
bad. You spend that point of will.
Yeah.
What does this look like?
Essentially, this gentleman suddenly clutches his face and eyes, and is just like, "Oh God!" And yeah, I
going well.
even I don't know what is going on in this man's mind. It is tailored
you
specifically
see
to
a
him.
primal childish fear wash over this man's face. And you do hear suddenly a banging on the door. Steve, you alright? What's going on? He's trying to open the door.
All right. So I'll roll the will damage to see if it unconsciousifies him. Oh no, that's 3 will damage.
It doesn't.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So I'll open the door and say, "Oh my goodness, I'm so this gentleman. Oh no, I've done the wrong voice."
I'll let you do it again.
Oh no, this gentleman, he has had a terrible accident in this bathroom, and he must have immediate assistance. Please come with me in here, and I close them both in.
Good. Athletics for me.
Okay. Yeah,
a
I am
farce.
entirely panicking. My maths is all over the place. This is fine.
You got
It's
this.
absolutely fine.
You're
Come
good.
on.
Oh, that is 11 on the dice.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Steve, what's going on? Boof. Hey, let me out. And at that moment, as you hear, hey, ding, and the lift doors open.
Okay, so hang on. Is Jocasta now in there with both of them?
No,
No,
Jocasta's
on the
okay.
outside.
Okay, gotcha.
You've
She's not-
shut them in.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They're not trapped in there with her.
They're trapped in there.
They're with
shut
them.
Yeah.
On by themselves. Right,
Yes.
okay. And what, she's like holding the door shut?
I guess I would imagine to be fair, with an 11, I imagine like you've like been able to, with some like
Drag a
preternatural
chair over.
strength of a fae, rip the doorknob and shut them
Yeah.
in.
Oh, fine. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Look, they're idiots.
Wait, us or them? Like,
Yes.
If you have
Yes,
to
the answer is
ask.
yes.
We good?
Yep, let's go. We go now. Let's go.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, you
Just
make it out.
running
You're
out,
in the
just
Covent
carrying,
Garden.
just
no,
carrying
too
Eugene on my
fast.
back.
Dispel the glamour. No longer look like the Italian opera lady.
Naturally.
Disappear into the crowds of Covent Garden.
Oh no, the
Yeah.
amazing Spider-Man has fallen ill. Oh no.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of drool on Declan's shoulder now. So I'm like, whoa.
Oh.
You are in
Power
the
was
Covent
too
Garden
much.
night. It is probably at this stage, I'm gonna say that took approximately 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm gonna say about 1:30 in the morning. We're almost at the end of the stream, but I think we have time for one more thing. You have the book, you could look at the book, or we can just move on to the next destination. It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, if we can like hole up in an alley or something and
book.
just
Book it.
take a look at the book.
Mhm.
Amazing. Okay. Who's got the best education score?
Yeah.
Who has
No.
anything in education?
Yeah.
Good.
Nobody ever does. Except
No,
maybe,
no, that's
except
not
maybe
true.
Liz. I
Liz,
think
as
Liz
Mags,
has some. Yeah,
has-
Mags has some education. Oh well.
Okay.
If only she was
I-
here, that werewolf I've not met yet.
I'm gonna say, with the help of everyone,
Mhm.
I would like Isolde to roll an education with the +2.
Okay.
And I'm looking for, I'm just gonna say simple success here.
Okay.
An 8.
So that was a +2, you said?
That's what I said, yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 6, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple of will points.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll go.
How's everyone looking for Will, just quickly?
I'm 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
5 out of 9.
Okay.
I've only spent one, so I'm good.
Nice. Okay, not bad. All right. As we wrap up the stream, we delve into the book. Isolde, this has always been a off-limits document to you.
Yeah.
You were never even allowed to glimpse over the shoulder
Yeah.
of your sire while he was writing in this journal. And it almost feels sacrilegious in a way to go through these pages. And as you go through, you feel this immense fear load into you as you see pages after pages of ways that this man can achieve more immortality. It begins with seeking vampirehood and becoming the undead. And it's only then that the writings become more and more frantic as he feels increasingly paranoid and even names you as a potential conspirator who would kill him. And as it reaches the end of this book, you see writings of a text from the Council of Merlin, from the library, the British Library. And you see he finally found an answer. Some way he found an answer, and he finally says to himself, I've done it. Even death will never stop me. And that is where we're going to end today's stream. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing, for you all, and for all of you at home watching. I really appreciate you being here. First,
That
I've got a
was
few
sick.
things I need to read. And the first thing I need to read is
Roll education. Sorry.
the first thing that I want to say is thank you to my incredible cast of players who are here playing the game with me. Please, starting with Pip, because you went last in the introduction, could you let people know where they can find you online and just let them know all your general deets and plug your stuff?
Yes, you can find me at Pip_Gladwin on Twitter, where I'll doubtless be retweeting whatever it is I'm doing. You can find me in a bunch of stuff on Realms of Peril and Glory at RealmsPod on Twitter, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Bunch of campaigns on there, including Liminal, which is, if you've just watching this for the first time, it's your first Liminal experience. This is kind of a prequel. And you get to see what my character Declan is like in the future. Spoilers, worse. So that's where you can find me.
Amazing. Next up, Maddy.
Yes, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Maddy_abstract, where there's a link in my bio with all the various things that I do, including Realms of Peril and Glory, and including my upcoming podcast, A Game of One's Own, where I'm going to be playing solo and 2-player RPGs with lots of lovely guests, hoping to have loads of people booked in. And you can also head to my website, snazzytapier.com, to find out all about all my various projects.
Amazing. Fiona.
All right. Well, you could go to your nearest bin. I might be there, but if you can't find
Don't
me,
tempt me.
If you don't want to go to your local recycling centre, you can find me. I obviously do 2 podcasts. You can find me at on Twitter if you're still using that place. It is also a trash pile at WAIR_podcast, or the DM's Book Club at the DM's Book Club, all one word. But we've got link trees and all that sort of thing. It's basically wherever you can find podcasts. And yeah, we'll also be at MCM Comic Con with a lot of other cool podcasters as well. We've got the Backwater Bastards and Dark Dice. We're going to have a little stall. So you can come up and go, "Why did you eat that goo?" And I go, "I don't know."
Bloody no.
I'm going to do that.
I'm definitely, and Liv.
You can find me on Twitter, if you so wish, at DoesDarkMagic. You can also find me on the 2 things that I do. So youtube.com/Dicebreaker, where we talk about all things tabletop, including a bunch of RPG goodness that we cover so many RPGs, so many different things, and it's all a good time. And we've got some really exciting things in the works. It's all go on Dicebreaker. We will also be at MCM at the end of May. We'll be doing our first live show of Storybreakers, our RPG show, and it's going to be very exciting. And my character she's a little sleuth, and it's a lot of fun. And you could also find me with 3 Black Halflings, which is a podcast, and it's super fun. And it's just being a black person in the TTRPG space, and just being what's up with that? It's great. It's lots of fun and actual plays, and it's great. So yeah, thanks.
Please be sure to check out everyone else's show. These are some of the greatest people I get the privilege of running games for, so please go check them out. I'm not going to replug Realms of Peril and Glory. Just go to realmspod.com to check it out. It's really great. What I would really love to plug is the composer James Barbarossa, who wrote some of the original music that you heard tonight. Not all of the tracks were original, but some of them were from our original soundtrack for Liminal London, and he's an incredible composer. You can find him on Twitter at Barbarossa Phone, and you can hire him to be just an incredible composer, one of my favorite collaborators, and such a talented musician. And a reminder that next week at 8 p.m. BST, same time, same place, we're doing part 2 of this story, wrapping everything up. And so please do come up for that, because I think it's going to be really good. I know what's coming up, and I think it's going to be great.
I'm going to punch a ghost.
Punch a ghost. And of course, please subscribe or follow. I'm not really sure how it works. Subscribe and follow Actual Play UK right here on Twitch and across social media. They have lots of different streams coming up, including, I'm just going to read this, so if I sound funny, that's why. Including Soulbound with Snyder's Return, RP Geeks, Bowie's and Spelljammer, and The Crowded Tavern, and that's on June 9th. Get that in your calendar, June 9th. And then I'm Not Lying, run by our own here, Maddy Searle, who designed that game. And it's a fun animal courtroom drama. It's really cool, with trolls of the 2-ton bridges, modified role, merely role players, and me. And that is on June 23rd. Again, June 23rd. Get it in your calendars, and we'll see you there. That's all I have for everyone today. So one last time, thank you and goodbye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Woo.